Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Here we are, going into day 88 in our blind playthrough of Blueprints. Let's do it. So I'm coming into this game, like reinvigorated from the sheer power of having finally opened up the study safe. Oh my gosh, I hope that was some degree of relief for you. It was an enormous amount of relief for me. And I'm also powered up about everything, everything else I'm looking forward to trying in this day. And I'm going to hustle a little bit because I decided I'm going to just have a bit more of a go at seeing if I can get into room 46 during Sacred Hour, which has proven very challenging. Because I just don't make it there anywhere near on time. But maybe if I just hurry up a bit and get lucky, maybe it'll work. All right. Hello, Westpath. So with this option, with these things here, I'm literally going to try picking a wild berry again because I found that so delightful yesterday. Oh, look at that. What the hell? So I can get one of my best dead-end rooms here in a way where it's not getting in the way of me drafting. How incredible is that? And also it raises the, I don't know, being here, t-shirt, anything, Black Mirror, weird conspicuous Black Mirror. Perfume, I can't even click on any of this. All right. So it's so bizarre and weird to have things like this in the Westpath. I love it. I'm almost glad because what I have decided in general is that if I go there to the outer room, if I draft Tomb, I'm going to draft Tomb because Tomb is part of the experiment I want to run where I get all of the black prints in the house, and I think Tomb is probably included in that. Let's go conference room here. God, starting with a really good set of things today, by the way. Hey, check it out. This is oh my God, what a good key card, of course, because of where we ended yesterday, and we're starting with the master key. The moon pendant was very kind to us. End shovel. So good. So freaking excellent. Okay. Amazing. So really this could let me get into room 46 very, very easily if only I can get the levers open. So the levers, doing things that might get me secret garden key, etc. It could be this. It could be this. If this is a secret garden key style break room, this could be it. We could just go up there with key card, and I've even got a couple of redraws to try and ensure access. Oh my God, let's try. Okay, it's very exciting. It could be today. It might not even do anything, but it's just I've got to seriously try it. So 18 minus 3 minus 10, so 5 times 2, 10. All right. And we've got a half and we've got a double and an inversion and a square. Okay, so we're starting with 13 and then minus 6, so 1, and then minus 0.5, so 0.5. And from this point, then I am inverting. So does that mean 5, 5.0, 5? And then I'm squaring 25. That's how I'm reading this. And then 25 plus 5, 30, divided by 3, 10. Great. Oh, God, I'm learning slowly. Okay, keys I probably won't need because we only probably need these keys for opening. Well, I don't know, it could be useful for locker room or something, but, treasure trove, all of that. Let's get Let's get some exits going in some different places. I know that this connects up with the same place anyway. I mean, I do need the gems from Parlor as well. Yeah, okay. It makes this unfortunately a little bit circular. But yeah, we'll need the gems because I don't know if I will. I don't yet have cloakroom to get my emerald bracelet. Okay, this box is empty. Every statement with the word empty is false. You know what? Like in the interest of speed, let's just start right now. Let's go. Let's assume this is true. Let's just get going with the experiment. True. So this box is empty. We take it as true. Every statement with the word empty is false. Oh, so that's it. This is impossible to be true then. This cannot be true. At best then, we could try this as true-false, just to start off with. So we'll say this box is empty, yet every statement with the word empty is false. We will say that this statement is false. This box is empty. Now one of these, this will either need to be, if this is true-false, this will need to be true or false. So let's go true. This box is empty. The blue box is empty. Well, that would mean that the gems are in here. However, if this is a true-false box, then this box is empty as well. So that doesn't work out. Let's go back to, well, let's keep going with this one being true-false. However, imagining that this one is false. That's impossible. It's impossible for these two statements to be false at the same time. So this box simply cannot be true-false. What if it is false-true? Then this box is not empty and the gems are in here, and every statement with the word empty is false. But that would, that falsifies that statement as it is anyway. So that can't be true. So actually, how about if this is a false box? This box is not empty, and every statement with the word empty is not false. I mean, it still works out that this one is false, but it just means every statement with the word empty is not false. I think. So this one then, like, I don't know, let's just go with true. This box is empty and the blue box is empty. That accords with the gems being in here, so that could work. And then this one, we've got a false, we've got a true, so this can be anything. This box is empty. Okay, it could be true because this one says that that's true anyway. So that would mean the gems are in the black box. It does work out. I feel like I have tried everything. Let me just one more go over true as a possibility for this one. This box is empty. Every statement with the word empty is false. No, it negates itself because it has... So I think it has to be that the gems are in here. All right. Okay. That was hopefully like some kind of record time for me. Let's go back into conference room and do the other lower rank drafts. Let's start here. Not a great place for anything here, to be honest. Maybe I should just do the dead end here. Get the redraws. Might be useful. No, let's just do chapel. Let's do chapel. We'll have an extra place there to draft. Okay, so knowing that that's there, hallway is kind of perfect. However, I can't open it because I don't need these keys. We can just use these keys with a little bit of abandon. Oh, more redraws. That's really good. That's really good to have 4 redraws already in the day. Let's try corner. Okay, break room is another chance. So I'm starting with extra steps today, by the way, 20 extra steps because of the sauna. So that's useful. So let's do break room again, because if I can get secret garden key, we can get this done. We can get this done. We can get this done. I'm hungry for maths. My voice is starting to break up a bit. Okay, so 6, but we're doubling it, so 12, and then we're rounding to 10. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't get a division bullseye very often. So then we've got 1. And we're 1, and we're dividing by 1, which is 1, which inverts to 1, and then adding 1, and then dividing by 1 and inverting, and so 2. Yes. Okay. Silver key. All right. I might have a lot of break rooms today. If it works out. Not sure how many I can have. I think, yeah, let's just veranda this spot. Uses a couple of gems, but it's often good at giving them back. All right, well, since we're here, let's draw from here. Workshop could be good. Workshop could give me, okay, battery pack, I like that. Look at us go, record speed. I gotta write this down though, I gotta write this down. K. K is my letter, my workshop letter. All right, so we're on our way to a jackhammer if we want it. Let's keep going. Well, maybe at this point, kitchen just makes sense. So we have kitchen there. And I might even just turn around from here. With this, I could even just, I could even just go up to foundation. But, I feel like let's just do a bit more lower rank drafting. Spare green room. I mean, it's perfect for this spot, and it could give me secret garden key. No, but it has given me a gem and watering can, and I have the kitchen. So that's all really good. That works out really, really, really well. I've already got 4 places to draft down here. I like it. More gems, certainly. Maybe this is a good place to just get storeroom out of the way. Yeah, we still get 2 gems from this. Yep. Key, coin, 2 gems, Swimbird. Even if I'm rushing, I still pay respects to Swimbird, and we get a gem from here. Great. So good. And I can go and refill this in the kitchen anytime. So maybe let's go back to chapel and draft from here. Okay, I think this is good. Well, Nook is the only thing that's going to get me forward. I could get the vault money, but I don't really want to spend the 3 gems right now. Yeah, we'll do Nook. Of course, trunks are my other, really, good way to possibly get secret garden key. And it could be another lever. Could be a different lever, of course. It's just that's my absolute best room for getting in room 46. I think I'll just do boiler room. Just to get the exit, really. You know what? I'm feeling wild berry here. I think I can spare it. Okay. Alright, so not a good exit. However, terminal access. This is good. I don't know about spreading gold yet, just in case I need it for... I do have a lot. I probably have a lot more coming to me, actually, so maybe it's fine. But I'll keep it as a... Yeah. As a sort of a... No, nothing new there. I'll still do my... Even though today I didn't happen to need it, I'm still doing my shovel special order. Thank you. Okay, and yeah, I'm just gonna do good old security because we have the key card today. However, the thing is, I suppose I have the key card, but I also have the master key. So actually, maybe in that circumstance, it actually would have been better to go with lab. All right, I think it probably would have on balance. Oh, there's a metal detector somewhere. How have I missed a... Okay, noted. Well, we're here now, let's do it. Hi. Hi. Hi settings. Hi, how you been? Okay, great. No other items in here for me apart from my Gates gem. I love my Gates gem. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna keep that as a possible way to make more money later in the day, just in case I need it. I thought I saw a dig spot here. No, but yeah, metal detector somewhere. Where have I abandoned a metal detector? I don't know. However, time is a ticking, so I'm not gonna like worry too much about it. Let's try West Wing Hall. I'm just gonna look around a little bit in case. I don't think it's in any of these. Maybe maybe veranda. Maybe I missed it. This is the problem with hurrying. Okay, well, corridor is just a great room here, so let's do that. I'd get gems from patio, and I'd have some extra gems as well. I might actually patio, and it could be a secret garden key opportunity. It's a regular key and an apple. That's okay. Wait a minute, are you a red herring? Are you the red herring that was being told? I don't know. Told to me in the aquarium note. Okay, no secret garden key. I mean, I guess I could dig it up, right? Like, does it sometimes get dug up? It's been such a long time since I think that happened, but I do think it's possible. Ah, all right, and these all cut me off, so it's a bit of a pain for this position. They are really good rooms, but I'm actually gonna extend to a redraw here. Harsh. Okay. So we'll go den. Alright, I was hoping for a trunk. Okay. And we'll head up. This could be a good silver key spot. That said, I might actually hang on to the silver key. a little in case I can use it more strategically at some point. Oh, okay. So it's another parlor or nothing. I don't really want to use another redraw here. So let's... Oh, but bedroom closet could have the key. Look, I'm actually going to do it. Nope, it doesn't. I don't regret my choice. Okay. All right. Just looking carefully, trying to look carefully, but it's kind of hard to look carefully when you're rushing. It's kind of hard. I know I've tried this, yeah, with having the master key. It don't work. All right, back we go. Let's just dig here. Just in case. Yeah, it'd actually be really freaking great to get the Great Hall today. I can only draft down here from kitchen. Because even that would do, you know? Even that would do. So from here, am I going kitchen or am I going foundation? Still got 60 steps. I'm gonna go kitchen. Did I miss? Hang on. Shouldn't patio have put a... Oh, they've been spread in the freaking conference room. You fool. You fool. Okay, I'll get them on the way out. They've been spread in the conference room. Watering can. I'm gonna dig just in case. Turnip, that's nice. Thank you. Pebbles. Okay, we go on. We go on. I haven't seen broken lever yet. Metal detector, no. Refill. Wonderful. Hang on, did that refill? Are you refilled? Yeah. I hope so. We'll just take a look at this. Tomato soup. Okay, we'll just buy the club sandwich. That's done. The others are waiting for us if the situation is a bit better. Commissary. But it's not going to give me the secret garden key. Alright, all helpful though. Sleeping mask, sledgehammer, running shoes. We'll just get it all. We'll just buy it out. Simon gets to treat himself. He's worked really hard for this, you know, huge allowance and money-making capabilities that he has. Could be a good silver key spot. Oh, probably should have done silver key. Well, parlor's literally the only thing that'll get me forward more. So I'm going to put this here. I can see car keys. So it could be a day for finally getting the blue memo in the garage. All right. This box has gems. Let's imagine it's true, and it does. False statements have less than 6 words. That's not true. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess. And what are you? You are 2 statements. Oh God, slightly. I'm looking for something that's a bit quicker. Do you know what? I might actually ignore this for the time being and come back to it. Like, I don't actually super need these gems right now. Let's come back, especially not with this. Okay. However, so the gems from this would be great, and it's a great exit. Pool will get me 2 trunks though, and these are opportunities for secret garden key. Gems. All right, no regrets. This is all super useful. Okay. All right. Not yet. Oh, and a key. I don't know what I'm going to do with these except use them in locker room. Oh yeah, I definitely should have done drawing room is perfect. Thank you. I definitely should have done lab before. I could be having a successful experiments from these security doors maybe. Secret garden key. Let's go up. I don't... Well, look, dining room is just too good of a room to pass up. Like, I don't want to not draft dining room. Let's try from here. Well, they both just lead to the same place. And the rotation doesn't do anything for me, so I'm going to redraw. Okay, hang on. Could I use secret passageway to help me here? What could have... Just another green room, really. So if I do secret passage... Yes. If I do secret passage here and I hope to get... like courtyard or something, this could work out for me, even exit-wise on this spot. Okay. Oh, so good. Okay, so cloister or courtyard. I don't know how likely it is to come from cloister, to be honest. But it does get me 2 more drafting possibilities. So I'm going to do that just because it's better on the spot. We get the gem. That's nice. I'm just going to keep digging. Turnip. I like that. I'm doing very, very well for resources. It just might be I don't make the time today. So let's try drafting down here. Oh, music room, 100%. Even though we lose a spot here. Okay. All right, all stations to a wing. So let's go dining room. I don't even know. What's the time? It's still possible. Dining room. Let's pick this up. Great. Okay. If this is locked, oh my god. Secret garden key. I'm just like double checking that I'm not misclicking. I'm like, you're clicking on secret garden key. I'm saying it very purposefully for myself. Wow. Okay. Let's do armory, because I still really want to try and get armory. I can now do jackhammer. Super cool. Thank you, secret garden. There's going to be fruit in the conference room as well. This could be the time I finally try this, and it might do nothing. But it might do everything. It might finally be the thing that I need. I knew secret garden key was the most likely to get me where I need. So all we have to do now is go up the foundation elevator. I know I don't, technically have to get the other side open, but of course I want to. I'm still nervous about whether I can make this. It might be nothing, but if it's nothing, that's fine. It means I've done it. And I've done it on the first day. I've really turned my mind to it, Like, I have tried to be in room 46 for 1:30 before, but it was a later 1:30. It wasn't the first 1:30, and I didn't sort of realize that would be a problem back then. All right, look, if I get really lucky, I realize I've sort of wasted a rank 8 spot here on Secret Garden, but that's fine. I think, okay, so with that said, nom 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 nom, let's just eat this. It's fine. We've got lots of steps. Let's just eat it. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you. I've got all of this fruit waiting for me. Let's just go back to the foundation elevator because I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush falling down into the pool. I don't want to rush the blue memo spots and waste them today just for this because this might turn out to be nothing. I will, since we have it available, make my jackhammer though. Thank you. So that gets me more redraws. Great. I've already used these ones though. Okay. We're good. Hang on. Do I get some more? No, I don't. No, not from re-entering. How are we going for time? Okay, still good. We can make it. All I need to do... there should be some gems here. Great. Cool. I've got gems still in that parlor box as well. Whatever. Let's go! I wonder if there was a metal detector in the walk-in closet that I missed. I felt like I looked everywhere there. But I mean, clearly I have missed it. Somewhere. Oh, well, I'm not worried about it right now. Run, Simon, run! Maybe we can do it today. I do need to get... Oh, damn, I need to get that north lever open. That's more time. More time. This is where having, like, throne room be more common is something I was hoping would, would make this easier. I'm not going to bother about the gem. It's fine. It's there if I need it. I can come back for it. I've got 114 steps. I'm good. Go! Simon, run! I'm so glad I know about the run button. Why is this so far? Why is this such a long tunnel? Who did this? Who built this? Cool. I actually have on my list of possible ways to experiment with getting the blue door underground open as opening all of the antechamber levers at once. So we're three quarters of the way there for that experiment. And of course, I do still want to, I don't really believe in it. I do still want to experiment with Sacred Hour for the blue door, but not today. Today we're going, I think if there's a way to get further in room 42, which there obviously is, this is a compelling, there are many things telling me that Sacred Hour is what's important here, whereas there's not really anything telling me that for the blue door. Come on, go! Elevator. We only need to draft one room that will now get us into the antechamber, and I've got many redraws, so we can do this. We can do this. Go. I've got keys. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me except 5 unfortunate drafts. Security. It's perfect. It's security. Great. Hello. Just go in. What's the time? Oh my god! This is the earliest I've been able to make it here. And I've got plenty of time. Wow, what's it like here in the morning? I've never been here in the morning. The light is the same, which makes no sense. Hey, do you guys like being pressed in the morning? I don't mean for that to sound a bit weird. Okay. Cool. All right, done. I made it with quite a bit of time to spare, actually. The weird mountain isn't here. Weird glitchy mountain. Well, I could just wait this out. I could just sit here and wait this out. These 2 cuckoo clocks, are be here at 1:30, right? Our uncle in his will, talks about the 2, Rygard and Courtney, needing patience. But in fact, patience is not what got me here. It was rush. Rush is what got me here. I now need patience in the room, but rush is the only way I was able to get here. Yeah, it's a shame I've had to use, one of my rank 8 spots with a green room today, but I think you will all agree, hopefully, it was for the greater good. And so the amazing thing about trying this on my first real serious attempt at prioritizing it above all other things is that if this does nothing, then I know. And I don't have to, now waste this rush on other days when it might not be useful. So, yeah. So what I might do is just pause the recording here and get you up to speed. Okay, I thought we're a bit early. We're just past 1. I thought I'd bring you back in for now. God, because I was just sitting here. I was literally just sitting here in silence, thinking by myself and looking at the clock. So, I've sort of made myself even more nervous and excited, which is cool, which is fun. I was thinking, so I've been in such a rush today, I haven't had time to really talk about the fact that it's day 88. Could that matter? It is day 88. You know, 8, such an important number. 88, surely that's something, right? But then I was like, well, wouldn't day 46 be an important day? And I didn't really pay attention to that at all, to be honest. You know, maybe I should have. Maybe something special happens. Like, what if was I in room 46 on day 46? I'm looking at the bottom, right-hand corner text there. What if you're in room 46 on day 46? Do that matter? You know, what about day 8? Day 8, I will say I had a fabulous day. I always remember, that was my first, like, really amazing day. I mean, apart from day 1, which was also an amazing day, but, like, day 8 was a huge day. I always remember day 8. But, yeah, does day 88 matter? 88? I don't know. Another thing I'm slightly, like, I've actually had this written down in my notes for quite a while, which is, you know, it's sort of like, I've had written down in my notes for quite a while, do I need to have throne room drafted? Not just drafted before coming in here, which is a more specific iteration of this idea that I've had, but do I simply have to have throne room drafted to make something happen in here? Because, you know, there's obviously a connection between the crown and throne room. Throne room says reclaim the crown, but I don't know what that means yet. I've been in throne room with the crown, nothing happens, you know. I've had throne room with day, you know, while having also been in day room 46 rather, though not throne room and then come back into room 46, so that could be the problem. But yeah, like, I don't know. So, like, maybe being in here on Sacred Hour also is contingent on having throne room to sort of make whatever is going to happen. Maybe it's nothing. It just could absolutely be nothing. I think the other thing I'm going to do is be in here for the whole Sacred Hour, because I am thinking about that patience line as well. If nothing happens, I might try, you know, it's the opportunity, excuse me, it's the opportunity to try both of those things. Oh, wouldn't it be great if something happens? Wouldn't it be great if this turns out to be a thing and not nothing? Wouldn't it be great if something happens? Wouldn't it be great if something were to happen? Nothing. Has Mary's bust returned? Nothing. Okay, nothing. Well, let's be in here for the whole hour, but I suppose it doesn't seem like this alone is enough. So at least I don't feel too silly about having done this, you know, I suppose so late. But it is a difficult task, and you know, unless you like really turn your mind to it. I've just been sort of hoping that I would make it here earlier in the day, and it hasn't happened. I had to purposely really try it. What do you think, cuckoos? Why? What? Maybe throne room? Maybe throne room is important? I got the crown. I got it here. Guess I'll just stare out the window. No, okay, alright, look. Experiment success in the sense that now I know. Now I know. This in itself, if it is something, is not enough. If it is something, this is not enough on its own. So, yeah. I suppose trying it, apart from like trying to be in here for the whole hour, then my next best guess is, yeah, getting throne room and then coming back in here. But is it getting throne room, coming back in here, and still having that be during sacred hour? I don't know. Could clock tower matter? I mean, I sort of have been thinking that's like only for the clock tower puzzle, you know, and once we've solved the clock tower puzzle, that whole thing, you know, is done. However, maybe it does require having clock tower to sort of like, maybe it's to like properly activate. Maybe it's to like properly activate, excuse me, to properly sort of activate sacred hour in some sort of way. The other thing is, I mean, all right, what this has in it is a big rogue moon, and it's the inner eclipse. Now we've learned, you know, quite a lot about the inner eclipse, but not in any way that I know how to, not in any way where I know how to do anything about it. So, do you get me? Like, we even just learned, like, that the clock tower blue memo, you know, told us that the inner eclipse is only seen in the northern sky. You know, this is our northern room, and I think it will lead to a tower up there, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. So maybe something else. But something happened here. Something happened here. And it's got this big inner eclipse rogue moon. So like how can I think about anything happening with the inner eclipse? The inner eclipse, all right, we know the rogue moon is related to the what is it called? The devoted moon. And I know from the geography classroom, I just want to make sure I get through the whole hour here. I know from being in the geography classroom that the hidden and therefore important text that you can only see with the magnifying glass about the devoted moon is that the devoted orbit around this planet takes 24 hours. Now that would also mean that the rogue moon itself effectively is, you know, travel, because it travels around the devoted moon, so it is also traveling around Earth in a 24-hour cycle. However, what the actual orbit of the rogue moon around the devoted moon is, I have no idea. I don't have that information yet. And I do know whether they go clockwise or anti-clockwise, because I think the devoted moon goes clockwise around Mora. How this matters, I don't know. How this matters, I don't know yet, but I have this information. And I'm pretty sure the sacred circle, it has like rot and tor, which I think is rotation. So I think it's saying that the big rotation around the sacred circle, which is clockwise, is a clockwise rotation, and it's going around the Earth with these, you know, Vera has made it turtle kind of shell marks, but it's got these 8 numbered things, which relates to 8 realms. However, it also shows a small rotation along that rotation, which goes anti-clockwise. So from all of this, I believe the devoted moon goes around Mora, the Earth, in 24 hours clockwise. Around the devoted moon goes the rogue moon. It goes anti-clockwise. I do not know what that timing is, but nevertheless, it's effectively carried by the devoted moon. So within a 24-hour cycle, the rogue moon is effectively going around the Earth. So I guess I would think naturally that the reason 1:30 is any kind of sacred hour in the first place is because it's when the rogue moon is passing by, Fen Aries, Arinda Aries here. It's passing here in this area in that time. That seems to me the logical conclusion. Like, what even is sacred hour? Why is it 1:30? It's probably because that's when the moon passes by here. I'm literally just thinking about this now. Like, what is the significance on the geography paper? Okay, so we've been in here for the full hour now, but let me just finish my thought. In the geography posters, the geography classroom posters, we see the picture of the sacred circle. It has numbers in, all kinds of different places on these different turtle shell spots, which I guess represent the different realms. And we do have other maps, like the South Key, that could tell us, maybe the same positions on the South Key, like, relate to the sacred circle, but I don't know. So if that were the case, the number 5 on the sacred circle, for example, would relate to Iraja, which is where it is on the South Key. It could be that. I don't know. It could be that. But then they're in different places. They're in different places on the North Circle, I think. So I don't know if those pictures actually relate to each other. I don't know what to do with those numbers on the sacred circle. We do have the numbers of where our grand uncle visited the realms over an 8-month period. Why that would relate to the freaking, I don't know why that would relate to the numbers that are on this seemingly much older image of the sacred circle, unless he purposely went in this order, But here's the other thing. All right, here's the other thing. There are only 8 realms here because there was a change in government in Arinda Aries and it became Fen Aries, right? Otherwise, before that time, before that war, this is just one realm, right? This is just one realm. So, it's only 8 realms because of something that happened in fairly recent history. It really wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things. Back in Ajira and other earlier eras, was it just 7 realms? Or is there another realm that I don't want to get too sort of not conspiracy theory. I don't want to get too out there with my theorizing here needlessly. But you know what I mean? Literally, it shouldn't be 8. Back in Ajira, at what point, were these even defined as realms in this way? Because, because even the area of Arinda Aries, it had different places that would have had a different relationship to each other. I've probably just with that idea in mind got to go back through the history. Now the music has ended. The music has ended at 3. Why? What does 3 matter? What the hell is 3? What the hell is 3? Is 3 something? Or is it just the music has just run out? Maybe I needed to do something in here during the sacred hour, and I don't know what to do. As soon as that phrase leaves my my mouth, I'm like, a new clue. A new clue tells me what to do, right? It tells me that it tells me what to do. If I have a new clue, I know what to do. What do you think, Simon or Herbert? Or possibly even Thomas, honestly. Just a young Thomas, right? Could be. I think it's Simon. I don't know why. I guess it looks like a little moustache there. But that could be either of them. It could be any of them. I don't know. I know so little. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff around here. Okay, so I'm going to think a little bit about that whole 8 realm thing. I'm going to do some more thinking about, like, what does the sacred circle tell me something that I need to know about this? However, I guess what I can do tangibly is just make good, besides just thinking and theorizing and puzzling, what I can do is another experiment in future where rather than just being in here at 1:30, maybe I try to be in here at 1:30 with the clock tower and maybe even initiating the sacred hour moment in the clock tower before coming in here during that sacred hour. Could that be it? All right. Anyway, let's go on. So we can do a little drafting up in this corner. All right. Let's turn our mind back to blue memos. Man, I've rushed through this day so much. I'm really proud of having made it. I'm really glad that, like, I tried this and made it. That's very satisfying to have done that. Okay, so I've got 3 spots now I can do with blue memos. I've got 5 redraws. That's honestly pretty good. Let's see what we can get from here that might be useful. Ooh, hey, I can maybe do another foyer experiment. Okay, because I can use Secret Garden and Foundation to access those other 2 blue squares, so that's fine. Like, I'm not going to lose access to the other rank 8 squares, south of here. So I could just use this spot to do a foyer experiment. I still haven't tried Throne Room with foyer. I've had foyer on this spot before, previously. In fact, I had it on day 49 going in, but I had it going into the antechamber. Now I have it going away from the antechamber. Hello people. Should I try it now? I'm actually thinking not, because what if I can set myself up for some more redrawing, actually? For some more redrafting. Okay. Now, because I've got security here, unless I can get aquarium... I was thinking about my other experiment that I want to try with security, one of which is trying to get the freezer servers like, next to security. So, but there's no way for me to power... I mean, that would rely on me having furnace somewhere nearby and powering that up. So maybe I'll keep this spot for the time being, just in case as well. It really weirds me out when I can see myself move there just out of the corner of my eye. Okay. Yeah, the wind-up key, because I haven't done that parlor puzzle. Hilarious. Metal detector. Maybe I did miss you in the... Okay, anyway, not a huge concern. For now. So maybe let's go down foundation. We have jackhammer now. Maybe we can get some more redraws straight up from here. Okay, gem. Coin. That's it. I feel like I can hear like a louder noise here than I normally do. Just standing in this spot, I guess. Alright, so let's try and let's see what blue room we can get from here. Okay, ooh, it could be a good day to try wine cellar. Hell yeah, because I don't actually need to be able to go forward from here. Wine cellar, please, what mysteries do you have for me? What mysteries do you have? And please don't make it contingent. Oh my god, if I can't find the blue memo in here, I'm gonna know that there is a secret eluding me in this room. And I don't know what that secret is, so it's going to drive me absolutely bananas. Like, there's not that many places here. There's tons of little nooks and everything like that, but it's here. Okay. The numerals below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1. See, I know this because I've always thought this was a security, not a security, a safe code. I've always thought it was. Surely this is the biggest confirmation I could expect that there's a safe in here, which I have always thought. Oh, surely. Wine cellar, where are you on my list? Wine cellar. Wine. That's me. Why can't I find the safe in here? What do I do? Wine cellar, okay. The numerals below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1. I can't read this in any other way than basically being confirmation. And this is marvelous. This is exactly what I was hoping for a wine cellar. This is basically saying, I mean, it's basically, for me, 95%, I would say, confirming there's a safe in here. My issue is how I get you open. How do I find what is in here? Because I'm pretty sure this is 1213, right? I have this written back so, like, in the early pages. Like, that's how long I've suspected this. I just solved the safe that has given me the most trouble. Like, absolutely. It's the safe that has been out in the freaking open and I didn't get it open until yesterday. Absolutely so thrilled about that. It's here. I cannot believe. Let me tell you, this is like, you know, just in terms of actual pages, you know, that have a back to front on them. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages into my notebook. Now, you can't see, but this notebook it has so many more pages after that. This is so early. Let me tell you the other stuff that's next to this. That's like, I've got here notes on like Reiner, who was the very first Aegirian angel that I learned about. And that was out in, you know, the orchard. So it's from that time, you know. Camp Colonel, Trinsdale mystery, Turtles of Vera. This is what I have written next to this information because it's from when I first drafted Bunk Room. I have Hoople Sports next to a little picture of the basketball because it's when I was thinking about those things in gym. It's when I learned about Robert Nagula, like all of that stuff that comes from the gardener's shed in the orchard. Mad. I have here that Lady Epsom is, died on June 15th, 1983. That is when I have this information here written down. The first Alzara premonition. Oh, no, sorry, the second one, sorry, because it's about the red envelopes and, the fact that I will find 7 of them. Well, I found 7 of them. But surely, like, what else could it be? I haven't thought about anything in here for a long time, but I have thought a lot, right? I have thought a lot about the things in here. Let me come in here with a fresh mind. It certainly looks like this could move, right? Like this is the most conspicuous thing in the room. Like what? But what would get me? What would reveal something? I swear I have clicked on everything here. I've thought about, is there a pattern to the wine bottles, to the colors, to some of the ones that don't have lids? I've been in here with Power Hammer. I guess the answer is, what I need to do is go really systematically through what I have tried in this room and start thinking anew about what I haven't tried. Maybe it is about a different tool. Maybe there's something I've just never noticed in here. There's these little glass bits. There's whatever this is. There's that weird little thing there. Some of the bottles are grey. This doesn't seem so unusual to me. That one kind of looks like it's got a note in it, but it's just light, I think. There's some more grey bottles, so There's multiples of sort of everything that seems conspicuous, It must be 1213. If I can just find a safe in here, I know exactly what to put in there. I know exactly what to put in. Why is there a knight helmet above here? And why? Here I am with 7. This is the other question. Here I am now, finally, with 7 red letters. If there's just a safe in here for me to find and open, maybe it's a safe that is missing a red letter. Why would Alzara tell me I will only find 7? 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, there's one other thing I'm gonna check in here. Okay, in my blueprints phone photo folder where I have kept track of so many things, I also have all of the notes that I found in the mail room with like the red and blue and green notes that Randolph gave me extra, that include things like the numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear on any of the fixed combinations of safes on the estate. But the thing that weirds me out about that is this is what seems contrary to what I'm thinking here. There is a red note amongst them, and it's typed like on a typewriter, so it's not handwritten, and it says safe code 1213. So you would think that means it's a lie, right? The handwritten red note says safe code D8, and that was our very roundabout study code. But why is there... Why would there be, like, if this was the code to a safe, why would there then be a red note saying safe code 1213 that appears to be a lie? So I don't know. I don't know. I guess let's just go on, because I just don't know what else to try in here beside going away and thinking about it some more, coming back with some different contraptions, some different items, you know, drafting it in a different spot. I doubt it. I doubt that's it. Alright, let's go on. Let's just see if I can get study or something, or even just some more redrafting possibilities. Maybe this is... Let's just use silver key here. Hey, there we go. There she is. Definitely, please. I definitely want throne room. Okay, so obviously things like this are... now I can't use it from foyer. Silly me. I got excited because I was just thinking about having throne room. Okay. It's been done now. It's been done. I've done a couple of things a bit too quick because I've been rushing today. I'm in rush mode. Instead, let's try something else. Let's try master bedroom. That's the second one I have on my list. Master bedroom from foyer. Cool. All right. Anyway, we have throne room here. Now. And it is the Black King. So the note in office just says the king can castle by swapping with another piece. Well, it doesn't say white king, even though it is in office, which is associated with the white king. It could be the Black King. And this is the room that is fully associated with castles. This is the room that turns the mansion on its own into a castle. I know this is important. It's the throne. It's not even... Like, if you have a day with, like, another black print, armory even, you don't get castle. You know, here I have treasure trove, I didn't get castle. It just becomes unfathomable riches. Here I have armory, it doesn't become a castle. It becomes a castle only with throne room. Throne room is important to all of these castle clues. Anyway, I just like to come and look at this because it's a hidden lever. It's a hidden lever, but it's already down. And I don't know what else I can do in here. I have the crown. I have it. Okay, let's see if we can meet up with Cloister here, because that'll be useful. So treasure trove is still very much on my list. Oh, none of these will do that. Yeah, none of these will do that. Well, it could be okay, but because I could still even access Cloister from Throne Room, you know, like going around from the other side of Throne Room and all of that. And of course I can still just get back to the other side of the house. So it's fine. I don't know if it's worth sacrificing a redraw, but I might wild berry just for fun. Because I love getting to use oh, that's pretty perfect. Yep, okay, thank you, Wildberry. That's actually really good. It's really good. It kind of terrifies me when the doors close when I come in here. Okay, great. We have no trouble with access. We got master key. So I've done all of these. Alright, so maybe let's draft from this side of vestibule. And we could even dead end this spot, that would be fine. I could get the extra redraws from boudoir here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's all helpful. More redraws is what I need, and at the moment I'm totally reliant on the die, so we'll do that. And I guess we might as well try this spot from here. Well, I have done observatory now, so utility closet, I have not had the, utility closet, I'm fairly sure, but I'm just making sure I double check. Utility closet I haven't had the blue note from. I wonder if it's hidden behind the indicator light puzzle thing. Or I could redraw and try for something else. I'd still really like Vault is kind of a top for me. I might just do a redraw. Okay, I mean sauna. Sauna's something as well. Okay, I'm forced to do another redraw now. And I've done all of these actually, so I'm forced to do another redraw. What am I doing to myself? Library. Library is actually another sort of top one for me. Yep, library. I'm really curious about this one. Okay, I've got a new clue sitting here for me today. Hello, I've looked at you so many times. And I've gotten you out so many times. I still need to figure out, like, what does it matter that there are objects from different rooms in some of these pictures? And the main one that I think matters is this one, because here we have, you know, the king from office, we have the picture in shelter, we have the picture that's in safe house, we now know, we have the ballroom picture. I don't know. Another enduring mystery for me is that I know about the Metro map now, but what are these extra little black dots? I have them all marked down on my own notebook, in my own notebook version of the map. But what are they? What are these little black dots that are sort of beyond and in between the stations? I don't know. I don't know. Is there perhaps something new, something overlooked but now in view? Well, there's definitely things that are overlooked, I can tell you that. Speaking of, let's go and find this blue memo. This could be in a lot of places. Let's do sort of a quick look before I do like a careful look, because it might actually be far more obvious than, you know. Alright, let's go and have a check up here. Could even be in the pages. No. There's so many places it could be up here. Is that... hang on, don't rush too much. Here we go. It's just here. It's just sitting on a shelf, pretty obviously. If you have a hall pass, bookshop will be more likely to be drawn while drafting in the library. Oh. Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing to know. These are things I would never know. You know, like I don't think I would ever even have a sense for this, especially from the, you know, the place in the game I'm at. So, if you have hall pass, bookshop, more likely while drafting in the library. Okay. All right. It's not an explosive blue note, but I'm happy to have had it. Okay. Hey, a new clue. It's just kind of like an object taunting me now. I still have more mysteries you haven't figured out, Rebecca. Okay, cool. So that's those ones done. I can still try and get master bedroom up here. Though I've now only got 4 redraws. But I can go back through... I can't get to this side of the house easily. Let's try drafting from Cloister, because if... Yeah, let's do that. If I could get study there, magically, that could be super useful. I mean, the question is, do I use redraws to try to get study? Or do I just let it be, you know? Let's just let it be. Let's just go on and see if it would have come up. Because at the very least, we'll probably have some dig spots in here. Hey, doggos, you doing well? A dig spot. Pebbles, okay. Let's try from here. That's a bit of a pain. So this keeps me from one spot. I guess I just really want to try and preserve whatever redraws I currently have. So I might just put this here. See if we get an apple. No trunk. No other items. Okay. So maybe... I have a ton of steps. I got over 100 steps. I still haven't figured this one out. Cat on tea. Cats to... I don't know. Dog. I've said before, like, I think, you know, like, maybe it's related to, like, dog. You know, dog is the equivalent. I don't know. I don't know what to do with any of this information. Okay. Let's go through. Pool. Parlor. We can do the parlor thing with a little bit of, a pause. Okay. This is the one, yeah? This is the one. This box has gems. Let's say Let me get to a page where I can write this down easily. Let's say true. Easy. False statements have less than 6 words. That's not true. So let's, hang on, could this one be true? False statements have less than 6 words. Well, this one has more than 6 words, so it could be true. That's not true. Yeah, it can't be true. True is impossible because it negates itself. So it could be true, false. And if it is true, false, then that would make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. False statements have less than 6 words. Yeah, so that makes that's not true, false. But it also makes this false as well. So it can't be the combination of true and true false, actually. So actually, let's imagine that this one is false and this one is true false, which means this one has to be false false. But it kind of goes against false statements have less than 6 words, right? Because it's saying, am I reading this as false statements always have less than 6 words? I think I am. I think it has to be read that way. Every false statement has to have less than 6 words, which would mean this is too many. So I kind of feel like that series of things just doesn't work, because this would have to be a false box. So instead, let me go back to imagining that this is true. And that this one instead is false true. So let's go true and then false true for the white box. False statements have less than 6 words. Let's say that that's false, and that's not true is correct. It is false. If this is false, false statements have less than 6 words. I don't know whether to take that as false statements have more than 6 words or simply that it's just a kind of irrelevant piece of information. But anyway, this one we're imagining is true. This one is false true. So this one would have to be false false. A statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. Well, that's definitely this top statement here, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's 11 words. If it's false false, then a statement with an odd number of words is not always true. And it indeed has 11 words and can be false. The gems are in the box with the most words. 10 in that one. But just because it says if it's false that a statement with odd number of words is always true, the false part might just be the always, like it might still be able to be true. All right. But the gems are in the box with the most words. We're imagining in this one is false. False, false. So the gems are not in this box in this scenario. And the gems are in this box in this scenario. I think it works. However, let me try. So there's no way for this box to be true, true or false, false. Because if the top one is false, then false statements have less than 6 words. Then if the bottom one is true, then it's saying the other one is false. If the bottom one is false, then it's saying that the other one is true. So it can't be true, true, or false, false. It has to be a combo. That means this one has to be true or false, and this one has to be true, true, or false, false. I think the scenario that I've tried, so I think when I tried this as a, let me try it once more. This is a false, let's say this is a false box. Let's go over to this one. If this is a false box, this one has to be true, true. A statement with an odd number of words is always true. Well, that statement itself has an odd number of words, so it could be true. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 4. And we're imagining it's false. The one at the bottom has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could be true or false. The top statement doesn't discount it. 1, 2, 3. That's not true. Well, we don't know how we're imagining this is either true or false and true. False statements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So both of these are odd. And because it's impossible for this to be true, true, and false, false, actually this one has to be false. Because a statement with an odd number of words cannot always be true. Because these two both have odd numbers of words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So actually that means this one has to be false, this top one. I think then the only scenario that I can see that works is if the gems are indeed, if this is true and this is false true and this is false false. So I'm going to do this. And you know what? It's probably fine. Okay, good. So at least I got it. It's probably those gems aren't actually going to end up mattering, but it's nice for me. It's nice for me to have gotten it. Okay, let's head back down. I'm good with steps. I'm going to hold on to the money again just in case, I don't know, I find myself in some weird scenario where, there it is. There it is. I just didn't look. I did think, yeah, veranda. Okay. Yeah, just in case I find myself again in a late game stage where, you know, where I actually could do with a bit more money. So I actually want to go up to patio just to do these dig spots. Which we can go here. Just in case it gets me more redraws and it might make the difference. Oh, I've already done them. Oh, silly me. Okay. Already done then. I thought I had left some somewhere, but I've done veranda, I've done patio, I've done cloister. Secret garden maybe is where I left them. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I got them there as well. Okay, all right. No biggie. I'm still on like a huge amount of steps. We're still good. All right. In that case, I think, yeah, it's there's dwindling hope for getting study. Do I have any other interesting metal detector and magnifying glass? Metal detector and magnifying glass. Is that burning glass? It's been a little bit of a while since I've done burning glass. Yeah, that's burning glass. I'm gonna do it because maybe it's something to try. Maybe it's something to try in the wine cellar. I don't know what to do, but just give things a go. Okay. Kitty's been here. But we've got to give the kitty some water. Hang on. No. Stay on. Refreshed. Oh, I have put the water in. Great. Okay. Burning glass on my mysterious weight. No, does nothing. I think I've tried burning glass like everywhere in the kitchen anyway. Because, kitchen. Okay. From pool, drawing room, dining room, secret garden. Anything here? Light with burning glass. I've probably tried this. I know it doesn't make sense, but, some things don't make sense. Some things just don't make sense. Here we go. Thanks, doggies. So that's going to be unlocked. Is that it? Is that my only dig spot here today? Okay. Well, no, I don't know how to conjure up any more redraws then. I don't want to open this because I'd like to try and get master bedroom there, or at least something else on my list of things to try with foyer. And I obviously want to draft from foyer, not here. So we'll walk away from this. And yeah, I guess just go straight through. I might try drafting from throne room instead. Okay, so I've got two attempts basically to get to this spot from above and below. I do not need locksmith. Pump room will get me around the corner. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's enough. And it could even have a trunk in it. So let's do that. No trunk. No trunk, actually. All right, so we'll try from here. Oh, armory. Armory, not here. Not here, you silly thing. Like, up. One more spot up would be perfect. One more spot up. Dang it. And I got enough money. I've got enough money for the axe as well. I'm genuinely thinking, actually, of taking armory here for the possible benefit of axing gem cost, even at the sacrifice of getting a blue memo here. Because this, if I could do that, it's a really useful permanent change. If it has axe. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Oh, no axe! Dang it! Oh man, I'm having such trouble getting what I want from armory lately. Like getting armory in the first spot. I'm just gonna buy it just to have more things. Okay. Oh well, alright, so that hasn't worked. So that's the blue memos possibilities done for today. It's fine. I've just tried some different things today. That one didn't quite work out for me. I might as well, while I have some extra contraptions and items, step into wine cellar and just, snuffle around a bit like a weirdo to see if do anything. I don't think it will, but at least I will have tried it while it's here. And I really don't have wine cellar these days very often. Of course, though, with this freaking information, I'm going to be a lot more motivated to draft it again and try. You know, like, why does this one here have a little thing in it? I think it's just meant to be like the design on the end of a... I don't know. But there's another one on the other side that has it as well. So anything I find that seems weird and unusual, there's just another version of it. I don't know. Nothing does anything here. Nothing does anything here. I've tried jackhammer and the dig spot that sometimes appears here as well. I know I've already done that. Okay, don't know. Let's see if we can get treasure trove. Like, that would be a great thing. That would be a great thing today. Well, furnace would be useful for my experiment if I were able to put it somewhere else and not here. But, not useful today. Hang on, what is going on? This has happened several times. Why do I sometimes get the red rims that I banish with crown back again? Okay. I would really like to try and get treasure trove. Yeah. Let's keep going. Oh, there's study. Well, that could at least help me with my final spot. Maybe. So maybe I could try for like either treasure trove or master bedroom on the final spot with these extra redraw possibilities to help me. Okay, I'm gonna bank on that. And getting this gem, hooray! I'm getting it only for the thrill of being able to get a gem from this room, just because it is a huge thrill. It is a huge thrill. However, I'm not going to need it because I can only use like 8 gems for redrawing anyway. All right, so this is it. I guess, I don't know, how am I going to play this? If I get the option for master bedroom, am I going to take it, or is it more useful? Because it's probably not the thing, right? It could be. It's probably not the thing. It's probably more useful to try to get treasure trove. Especially since the last note that I got in treasure trove said this is the last note, which I think is the sneaky note that's trying to throw you off. No experiments today. Yeah. This is all I can try. I mean, conservatory could be super useful, but... like, if I get rid of lavatory, it says remove from today's pool, and yet I immediately got another furnace when I did this before. Maybe it's hiding from me today. Huh. Wow. I haven't even seen Showroom on offer, because I would have loved to try and get the moon pendant again. So I've got 2 more redraws. I don't know if I should just try and do Lost and Found here to see, you know, if anything else interesting comes from Lost and Found. Or... I mean, I suppose Clock Tower could also be a foyer-related thing. That's another thing. It could be. I'm gonna write it on my list. Maybe the foyer goes to the clock tower. I don't really think so, but it could do. It is an important thing. A chance. So I've got one more redraw chance, or I could take conservatory. It's probably just more useful to try and use conservatory here, and I can't expect to get what I'm after with this one final redraw. So thanks for the huge amount of keys. Okay, well, so that's it. Oh hey, however, foyer is on offer. Hell yeah, let's make foyer. I mean, it's a good room. It's a really good room. Although it's just a 2-exit room, I don't have that many rooms, relatively speaking, that go straight forward. So it's a really good room in that place. It's a hallway, and it also has an amazing, it has the amazing benefit of hallway doors are always unlocked. So I'm actually going to go commonplace. So maybe I didn't manage to have a successful foyer go today, but maybe this will help me to have that in future. Servants' quarters. I think I'm happy with leaving this one as unusual. I could even stand to make it rare, I think, because I don't know. It may be because the one key for every bedroom in the house is certainly very good, but I have to say I haven't used it very much. In my 88 days in the mansion so far, I simply just haven't used this very often, whereas the room often comes up in drafts when I don't want it. So I actually think, given that, despite how useful it may be, and despite that there may be other cool things in here, and I also think probably, I haven't tried it yet, but probably calling it a day in here is going to halve my steps or something. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, East Wing Hall. Why are you unusual? You're such a good room. What on earth? I think this should be... I mean, it's only ever going to show up in the East Wing anyway, so we might as well make it commonplace. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes, I like that. I like all of those changes. I like that. All right, well that's the day. That's the day. I actually only managed to get 2 blue notes today, but I'm happy with my choices. I needed to put this here to try my 130, my Sacred Hour experiment, room 46, which was a huge success in that I successfully tried the experiment. And I am happy that I tried this because I'm really, really trying to get that axe. And I didn't have that many other options for it. So even though it didn't work out, it did let me try a couple of extra things in wine cellar, which has become which I have renewed interest in, though caution around that interest because of that weird note that we got from the mailroom. All right. I suppose the only other thing I have the option for is doing that thing I said where I've drafted throne room and then I go back into room 46. But I've tried it now and nothing has happened. Maybe you have to have throne room and first to go into, like, open the door to room 46. Oh, hey, look, you can see that there's... You can see that the frame around here is separated. Has that always been like that, or is that a little glitch? Yeah, because there's actually something inside here, and so you shouldn't be able to see... Like, I would guess that there should be another thing on the outside of it here. That's so weird. I think that's probably just a little visual glitch, but it is on all of them. It is on all of them. So another thing I've been thinking about, thinking about that door, we know that on the Sinclair shield here, it has these 3 stripes. The door, the blue door in the underground, has 4 stripes coming from it on either side. So I wonder about that. I don't know whether it relates to this, the fact that when this is applied to... No, here on Marigold's shield it's still 3 stripes. One of them is weirdly miscolored, but same as the berry. I don't know if that means anything or it means absolutely nothing. Whereas here the 3rd stripe has been sort of folded into the water. Of the other family crest. All right. I don't know what else to try. I think that's kind of all. I think that's sort of all I have in front of me today. I just opened the drawer. Okay, so many experiments tried. Best thing to do today then is just to, I could try sleeping in another room, but I think it's just having keycard is just too good to pass up without, another compelling reason. So let us then when it's quiet, this is so loud. And you can see that there's tape there. There's tape that's like wobbling there. How can I access this security footage? How can I? The ducts just go through this room. They only go through. So, I had thought at some point, like, could it be like powering this room up? But they just go through. They don't seem to actually connect with anything. There is this pipe back here behind everything. And the pipe, it does go all the way to the ground. Anyway, but there's this pipe here. There's this pipe here as well. What could this mean? What could I do with this pipe? Pump water into this room? I can't. It's not possible. It's not possible. I mean, all of the evidence in this room points to security footage being on tapes, right? But then, let's say I had a tape. Where would I put the freaking tape? Like, would it go... And also, I just can't... There are tapes. I can't pick them up. I can't do anything with them. I can't do anything with these tapes. As far as I'm aware. But they say, like, CCAM 13. You would think this is where security footage is being kept. Why can't I play them? I don't know. I don't know what else to try here. Apart from, there's a different password. I don't know. In 1987, Kirk was told, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. So, if this continued, then at the beginning of 1987, we know why, they were told no security camera recordings, no tape logs of activity on the estate. He doesn't even say in the house, on the estate. So, I suppose maybe all of these tapes are very old. These tapes that are literally around us in this room are very old. And they no longer, since this time, kept security recordings, beyond this. But then again, maybe the security footage that I need to see is older than this anyway. Now, live surveillance has been approved, and even if that were still occurring now, what does that do for me? Like, that's not what the security blue memo is telling me. It says security recordings can be accessed from the terminal located in security. So somehow recordings of security footage can be accessed here. But since the beginning of 87, they have not been keeping tapes on the estate. So either they've been, and maybe it means that since that time they have suspended recordings, completely. So maybe recordings are only from before then. Like, I can just only think of a disc. Why were they on tapes when they have, Syncer? Like, they can connect with Syncer on the network and keep things off the estate at Syncer, I don't know. All right. I don't know. Is there answer in the little kitchenette here? These have blue stripes in them. That one over there too, blue stripe. It's just like the records that you can see in the boudoir. It's turning, but what? But how? How use? What pipes mean? Anything? I don't know. Okay. That's it. That's where my thinking is now. So I suppose let's I cannot think of anything else. Let's just go and finish in break room. You know what? I've got enough steps. Let's just go through the house. Throne room, vestibule, boudoir. This will get us there. Yeah, it's there are just so many mysteries, and I'm trying to find... Oh, I can't go this way, silly me. Hang on. How do I connect... Cloister, secret passage, silly me. Yeah, I'm trying to sort of think about things in different ways, in like different layers, like... things that seem obvious. Like, I don't want to get away from like the obvious way that it seems like, that the design of the game is giving you, I don't want to move away from that. Like, I don't want to leave it behind is what I mean. So I want to keep coming back to that kind of thinking. However, I also, of course, want to try thinking about things in in new ways, in making different kinds of connections, all of that. And just, I don't know, yeah, just pushing myself to just experiment more. And in general, like, my approach to this game has always been, oh, break room's back here. My approach to this game has always been, like, if you can't figure it out, just keep going forward with the things that you can, you know, and you'll get there. And generally speaking, that has worked out. All right, day 88. I don't know if there's anything else you can do on day 88. Day 88. That's where I'm at mentally. I don't know if there's anything else you can do on day 88, let's call it. On day 88, it seems like it would be, you know, an important number. But the only last thing I can think, all right, it's a tiny little last thing. Is just go and have another look at the blue door. Maybe it's just open on day 88. Seems mad to me. I really don't think that they would do anything like that, where it only opens on a certain day, because then it's just too, you know, like, you just miss, like, so many players would just not be able to, whoops, pick it up. So many players would just miss it and would not be able to get in there. I don't doubt that there could be things that are day dependent like that. That wouldn't surprise me, but surely not such a big thing like this. This is surely where the game is getting you. You know, like, why did we... This blue door has to be everything, right? Like, this is my thinking. This blue door has to be kind of everything, because a new clue led us to the information about this, you know, scorching the sundial. Scorching the sundial got us the access to Sinker data. Sinker data is what got us the ability to remove the crates, which led us down this path of doors. So I don't question at all, really. I don't question that this is the path forward. This is the path forward. But what it is, I don't know. What it is, I don't know. You know, I have the crown. I have the crown right here. All right. Anyway, it's not day 88, so I'm satisfied that I've tried that. Just in case. Maybe for fun at some point. At some point when I really don't mind about the other experiment options, I'll remove those 2 crates and just get the satisfaction of it. All right, thank you, Estate. God, you're so beautiful still. I love being here. It's a little Skyrim-y. It's got a little tiny bit of Skyrim vibes. The pine, the mountains, the beauty. All right, we will call it a day. We will make sure that we have the key card for tomorrow, because it is so excellent in so many ways. And I do think there's something particular about the construction of my house with my foundation that makes it a very good technique. And it worked out for us marvelously today. I was finally able to try being in room 46 for Sacred Hour, and I have new information about all of that. So that's really great, because it means I don't have to run around for days and days just trying to get there. So very useful. We got some more blue notes, and we'll try again in the next day for things, for some more things, for many more things I have on my list. Treasure trove, armory again, shrine, getting her new blessings so that I can try things out with the real treasure, all of that. Many other, like all of my black prints, putting cloister on the treasure map X, trying more electromagnet with things, the classroom, golden hands, sacred hour, or I have so many experiments to do. Security footage, I got 3 different things to try here. We'll get there. We will find some more ways forward. But this was a great day. I'm really glad my rushing experiment worked out well. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. So we're going into day 89. We're leaving the 80s today. We're going into day 89 of our blind playthrough of Blueprints. 8 being a very important number in this game, a very, 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 very important name of the game. A number in this game, number in this game. Yeah, it's just interesting that we're leaving the 80s. So it'll be a while before we see an 8 again. Interesting. Okay, what is interesting? Let me tell you. I've been trying to turn my mind to a few different remaining puzzles. There is one in between episodes. There's one that I am very excited to try. There's one that I have a little bit of hope. It's a dangerous thing to say. I have a little bit of hope that this could be something. One of the things I've been working on is thinking about this, how to access this security footage. I still have 2 more days of the berry picker. Okay, I was just thinking, should I try using the berry picker again in the West Path? I kind of wanted to, or should I get some redraw die to try and get, shrine or tomb? I'm kind of excited to keep trying the berry picker because it's sort of, I didn't realize, when I initially had it, I didn't realize it's actually quite an exciting way to it's an alternative way of getting rooms from the mansion out here, which is kind of interesting. Here we go. It's interesting. I keep getting this selection at the moment. It's sort of like how we keep getting the same selection of items in the commissary. Well, that just makes it, I'm definitely going to do a wild berry. Cool. Again. Hang on. What are the chances that I get the exact same room I just had? That's a bit weird. I'm a bit weirded out by that. Gem. Okay. Lucky rabbit's foot. Good if I want to make money. Telescope. Okay. Interesting start to the day. Maybe it's put this out here because it's like, this is a really good room to have. What if it is a really good room to have in the West Path? Because it's a Lady Clara room. Maybe she slept in her... Maybe this is the one that she alludes to with her picture of the West Path at the end of her diary that I've been... Maybe it's getting one of her rooms out here and sleeping in them. Maybe I should try calling it a day in here today. As weird as it is. Look, it still looks like I could... sleep curled up weirdly on this small stool, or sleep sitting up, or just put some jackets down on the ground, sleep on my t-shirt next to the weird black mirror. That sort of is a little bit like the black Arinda Aries sigil core. I don't know. Here as well is, one of those weird picture frames that doesn't have a picture in it. Again here. Interesting. Okay, that's kind of interesting that that's happened twice in a row. That's... wow. All right. Anyway, we're starting with some items today, including our key card, so that's good. So I've been trying to think, like, if the security footage, is not accessed via getting the freezer with the servers in it next to security. And if it's not accessed via some kind of RTA connection from security that I don't even know how that would work, then the only other idea I have is that it's a different password, the same way that different passwords here got us, access to more things. And so I've been really racking my brains trying to think, like, what could this password be? Where I sort of, I came up with a couple of things. One of them actually was 1213 before I realized that wasn't possible. That's the numbers that we have from Wine Cellar, which just came up in the last day. So that one doesn't work. Anyway, I crossed it off. Another one I came up with is Jones, because it's the admin password that Randolph talks about wanting to make for us in the grotto, but having not in the Blackbridge, server, but having not done it. But I thought, well, maybe it could be effectively the admin password here. And I also thought, I stretched my mind as far as to think of mantis, because it's the word that we ended up with, I think. I still have no confirmation, but I think at the end of the Baron Baffler. So, maybe that's a way of giving us a bizarre word that I don't know what else to do with. However, I have more hope in actually going back and trying what I kind of have already tried, but I think in the wrong way. I realized, because I was going back and looking at the footage of me looking in the garage, because I was thinking about the blue memo in there, and I was like, gosh, I really hope, at the moment my assumption is that the blue memo, you have to use the car keys to get into the car in some way to get the blue memo, but I was like, gosh, I really hope that I just didn't miss it. And I was just having a little bit of extra look at that footage and saw that the license plate in there that I had tried entering into a terminal recently, I was wrong about it. It wasn't like Swan Song with the A missing. It's Swan Song with the A and the O missing. So I immediately went, I was wrong about that anyway. And that was kind of my initial thought. So I thought, okay, I better try that again. But I haven't stopped there, because, so this is the reason I have more hope in this. I went back to where I entered it in, and I realized, well, I entered that password in Office, actually. So I haven't even tried it in security, and maybe it really does only work in security. So I've got to do that as well, even though I had sort of entered in a password that's wrong anyway, according to what I was attempting to do, which was try what's written on the car license plate. However, guys, it does not stop there. This is the other reason why I have even more hope about this. As I was looking at that, I was looking back, because they're actually next to each other in my phone photos. I was looking back at the picture. So I was also thinking again about the pantry note, the blue memo. There is a letter missing. And I was thinking, well, that accords with my idea about Swan Song with a letter missing, with the A missing. But actually it turns out it's the A and the O if I'm thinking about the license plate. So maybe there's a connection there. I have no idea. That it still could relate to something else. But I took a look back at the picture that Mary has left for us in the safe house, where, she points, like she essentially has a drawing, kind of pointing towards the archives footage in the security terminals and says delete it. And with this new brain, with this new way of thinking, I thought, hang on, maybe she means delete the letter A from the password. And then I thought, well, the other one that I have from the attic is the O crossed out. That is Swan Song with the A and the O deleted. So I'm really, really excited about trying that today and seeing if that is what it is, because it just kind of clicks together in a couple of ways. So that's a big goal for today. That's a big goal for me today. And I'm going to try the other passwords as well, and we'll see. But I need to try them from security, obviously. So let's get our day started. I actually might. Well, let's see how we go. I actually might do good old. No, I'm going to do spare green room here, actually. Oh, cool. Oh, spare green room. You're making up for some of the times when you have nothing. 2 excellent tools today. Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm really enjoying having the watering can as well. Again as well. Cool, so I'll be able to get a gem from that, like, straight away, basically. And maybe... I already have key cards, so I don't need to worry too much about that. Observatory. These are all good. These are actually all good ones. Good picks for this corner. Because 2 gems, a key. This 2 of... But observatory could give me so many things. It could giveth and taketh away, of course. Could get Draxus. I think I'm going to go storeroom. I'm just going to get the extra resources. Like, yeah. Okay. Cool. Hello, Swimbird. Good day to you. We get a gem from walking back through the room. Lovely. Okay, cool. Let's try going up from here now. We've got a good free... Yes! Starting to... I didn't even see this yesterday. But at least now, yeah, this is what I was hoping from Treasure Trove, that it would just show up early in the day. Okay, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I'm so excited to see today's note, because this is the note after the note saying, no more notes to see here. No more notes to see here. Okay. Oh, this is feeling nice. This is feeling nice. So where are we? This is box number 19 for Treasure Trove. It is a blue sun, and sun boxes are always meant to be true. That is so far my understanding. Yes, you can have a key. I'm just too interested to see this. Huh. The next 4 boxes, wow, how many is it expecting me to go through? The next 4, it is indeed a blue note, which is sort of, accords with me expecting this to be true. So the next 4 boxes marked by moon, which could be loads of boxes, contain false statements. Interesting. At the moment, I'm going to assume this is true. Okay, cool. So on we go. On we go. Now this should be a sizable amount of money. I do have Lucky Rabbit's Foot. I could hang out to see if it's possible to get Coin Purse and then Lucky Purse. I don't know what I would do with such... At this stage, I don't know what I would do with such an enormous sum of money. But, I have plenty of money right now, so I might as well just leave that possibility open. Sure. Study at this point in the day. Oh, so it's not a great spot for a study. It is not. It is not. However, because it means the only way for me to go up from here is up the east. The only way for me to go up here is up the east wing, which with no I say no redraws. If I have study, I will have redraw ability. And it's otherwise a very good room. I guess we'll do our best with it. Of course, we've got the key card, which helps, but with only keys, I can still get stuck without keys. Is sort of the problem. All right, I'm gonna do it. It's a risk. It's a risk. It feels like it's maybe not the most sensible. Bit of money. We now get a gem. I'm still so excited just to come in here and get the gem. Oh, by the way, another thing I did is I actually took a look, because I know now that Did I miss this? Oh my god. No. It was here the whole time? I'm dying. Oh my god. I'm dying. I missed this whole... I walked away from this completely fascinated by the prospect of closed exhibit, and it was just here. I just didn't click into it. That's insane. I am an insane person. I am so silly. I am such a silly person. I must have been... My head must have just been somewhere in some kind of weird state after all of this time, finally getting this open. This is crazy to me as well, because like, this is really crazy to me. This is really crazy to me. All right, I'm getting sorry. Oh my god. Oh, you guys must have been dying. You guys must have been dying. I can't believe that I missed this. All right. Stepping away from that in that ridiculous miss. Oh my god. Stepping away from that for a moment. So this is my final floor plan, right? I think. Even a blue memo has told me this should be the final floor plan. Interesting. Stepping away from that, and maybe that means I get a trophy for completing the directory. Stepping away from that. Stepping away from even that second point. The third point that occurs to me about this is I am the person who has taken so long to open this safe. However, it was just a leap of logic that I didn't make this whole time, right? So I assume other people get this. It's the safe that is just the most out in the open. It's the most out in the open safe. So presumably some people get this really quickly. And does that mean they get this room, closed exhibit, really quickly? Like that's... it seems like such a... To me, this is like a wonder. It's like my final room, right? I'm like, oh, wonder upon wonders. The closed exhibit, like I only just found, like I knew about the heist from the first time I drafted, Archives, which was a very, very long time ago. But I only, I say recently, I know for you guys it's been quite a while, but still, it's only been relatively recently that I sort of, made it into the safe house and got more information about all of this. So it's so crazy to me. I guess what I'm saying is on my trajectory, in the way that I've experienced, the story and the reveals in this, to me it makes amazing perfect sense that this would be one of my last rooms, because I'm like, wow, the closed exhibit, like, like this is from the map that we found in the safe house and all of that sort of stuff. But for other people, surely they get this like really soon. I'm totally well aware that there's nothing stopping you, apart from making a small leap of logic to the word December, there's nothing stopping you from getting this really early. And then, of course, actually clicking through and... Ridiculous. Yes, please add it to my drafting pool. Okay, oh my god. So, hang on, I will continue with what I was saying. There we go. Closed exhibit, a painstakingly produced accurate reproduction of one of the so-called closed exhibits of the Fen Aries Royal Museum. It's a red room. It's rare. Drafted 0 times, of course. The doors in this room are security locked. Interesting. However, hang on, let me just think about what this means. The doors in this room are security locked, and here we go. There are 3 entrances there. They're all security locked. However, if I were at the point of drafting this room, maybe this is what the foyer leads to. Huh. All right, this is immediately going on my high up on my foyer list. That would make sense. That would make sense for foyer. And it's got columns and everything like that. A similar sort of vibe. Oh, man. I'm kicking myself for this. The study has been such an amazing room. And I have done it so poorly. I have done this one so poorly. Oh, God. All right. But to get back to my point, I'm jumping from point to point. I'm really going down so many tangents here. If these doors are security locked, surely when I'm at the point of drafting this room, if I'm at the point of drafting the room, I'm already beyond the door. Maybe what it means is that this room can only be drafted from... Maybe what it means is this room can only be drafted from a security door. That's interesting. And maybe there's even some other... Like, what I've got so many things available to me at this stage. What if I had the Knight's Shield when I drafted this room? Like, when the plan came up. What would it... Surely it would then open all of the security doors. All right, I've got many questions. And of course, that must be the red crown there. But it's only a reproduction. This is only a painstakingly produced, accurate reproduction. So I guess it's just like a pretend crown. Anyway, obviously we must get into this room as soon as possible. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get it today. All right. Whoa. I'm so embarrassed that I missed that extra. I'm so embarrassed that I missed that. Okay. Anyway, the position we're in is that we, although we have foundation, I do really want to do some more drafting from down here. So we really need to try our best, probably using our gems to get up here. I now kind of wish I'd done, parlor or whatever. This is where we are. Okay, parlor would be great for gems, but I wouldn't go anywhere. So we need to do hallway here for sure. And I don't have any means to open this yet except my one single key, and I can't spare it right now. Oh man, I would love this. But then I would, I'd be totally reliant on foundation. And keys could very well be, my downfall there. So classroom and Nook are both good picks. They get me around the corner as I need. Classroom would give me a bit of redraw capability. I think I'd get at least 2 because I have study and classroom. So that would be helpful and save my gems. However, I really need some regular keys. Like, I can't be locked by... I can't have another day where locked doors get me, today. Not today. So... All right, thank God workshop is going to save us. It needs to be workshop. I need to get out of here. I need to get off these ranks. Beautiful. Okay, T is the letter. Okay, this is actually going really, really well. Really well. I am fixing terrible mistakes that I made that must have... You guys must have torn your actual faces off. Like, I can't imagine what it must have been like for you to watch me open that safe, like go on and on about the closed exhibit and how excited I am to find that floor plan, and just not realize that there's another. I must have just gotten ahead of myself with how exciting the idea was, and like probably thinking about the handwriting and insane. What an insane person I am. In fact, you know, I can go back and look at the footage, but actually right now, here's what I'm going to have a look at, because on my phone I have photos of, you know, the letters from Caleb, from that red letter there, and I'm going to look at them and see that it says next page. It is... Oh my god, there it is, next page. I'm so ridiculous. I'm a ridiculous person. How crazy. Okay, well now it would be... there's a lot of good things I could get from commissary, but I do have shovel already, so that's... Yeah, so let's do... No, I'm going to do... Maybe this is a bad idea. I'm going to do commissary. Let me have 1 second of thinking here. Give me, you know, a few seconds of thinking, in fact. Let's go that far. I'm going to have a look at my parlor map. This might not even matter. I understand that. I understand this might not even matter. I'm not, you know, like shooting myself in the foot by following this mad trail at the expense of everything else. However, I am just interested in being able to draft parlor in more places just to get a little bit more information. So, you know, in this position this is actually, if I draft parlor here, it's actually the weird position where it's where the fireplace Mount Holly symbol appears sometimes and not all times. So it could be useful information, again, just to get a little bit more data on that. However, I'd really like to draft it a little bit further up if I can. I might actually do commissary here. I might be shooting a bit too far, going for too many things at once maybe. Okay, we can buy gems. So I mean, I've got money sitting in the treasure trove right now. Let's buy them all. There we go. So that actually worked out really well. I ended up with even more gems. I got more gems than I would have otherwise had. Thank you, commissary. Interestingly, I thought that... Maybe I didn't. I thought that yesterday I ordered the shovel. It does say... I guess it does say that the special orders might take 1 to 2 days. So actually, maybe, yeah, no shovel today. Well, it's actually worked very much in my favor. It's worked very much in my favor. I'm just looking at my steps. I can go back and get this locked trunk now. Wonderful. With no key cost. Yes. Excellent. Oh, good. This is looking like a good day for redraws. This is looking really good. I'm happy about how this is all going. I'm very happy about how this is all going. All right. I'd really like laboratory. I didn't get any experiments yesterday, so I want to make up for that. However, these are sort of, obviously they're bad for exit-wise. Den is the only good one. I wish I could flip you around a little bit, Den, so I'm not wasting that exit. I mean, is it worth using a gem just to see if I get something that's a bit... I hate being in a position to constantly rely on single exits. Let's do it. Let's do it, whatever. Okay, and it's delivered us a trunk. That's great. Thank you, Dan. Oh, car keys. Okay, so it opens up the possibility of trying to get the blue memo in the rank 8 garage again. Cool. Okay, multi-exit room would have been good. Would be really good here. Well, I don't know. Do I just keep sort of snaking up? I suppose bedroom could give me a trunk. Yeah. Weird. We're very east side today. Hey, there it is. Oh my god, coin purse. Maybe I wonder if coin purse is like a little bit more likely if you have rabbit's foot. It's worth it. It's worth it. And then it's just done. Let's make it. Let's make it right now. Cool. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this money, but like it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt to have it. That is a weird... Huh. That felt like a slightly different contraption noise to what I get some of the time. There's a little sound in that noise that reminded me of a sound from Undertale. Interesting. Hang on. From here, should I go and pick up the treasure trove money? It's just a couple more steps. 43 is not an amazing... No, it's not. It's not. Actually, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay. So let's leave it because we'll probably come back to go up foundation at some point. Okay. All right. I probably could have not wasted the steps to get the lucky purse, but, you know, at least now everything I pick up is going to be excellent in a sense. Key. Okay. Okay. All right. It's just like all of these could be locked, right? All of them could be locked. Let's try this. Let's do this one, but let's make sure that we go up with at least 2 keys. At least 2 keys. Oh, okay. If I do this, then my house... Oh, dang it. Emerald bracelet is so good to have on a day when I have study. But it will mean all of this bottom of the house is isolated. And with only 2 keys, I have to make the exits from foundation work. So I think if I do... I just made East Winkle more like commonplace. I'm really happy about that decision because it's only going to appear here anyway in the East Wing, so it's not going to like crowd out other rooms. Yeah, if I do this, it's great for gems. Great for gems. Great for drafting in general. But I think what I've got to do is if I do this, I'm dedicated to going up to foundation and being dedicated to redrafting enough that I get myself in a good key position. I'm a bit afraid. I'm going to try it. Gonna try it. Feels like a real risk. But there we go. Emerald bracelet. Thank you. Okay, house. I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you from another perspective. Okay, back through. So 36 steps is not great, but let's pick up all of this money because this means if we come across Showroom, for example, we get everything in there. Look at that, 243. Buying out Showroom is just not a problem right now. All right, Great. Hello, Mount Holly. Oh, I'm feeling nervous about the prospects of today. Like nervous excitement, you know? Nervous excitement. Nervousness and excitement are feelings that are very close together. Simon's running. He's excited. I'm concerned about steps, which is why I'm thinking of maybe not going to open the north lever just yet. It's not a priority for me today, room 46. It's a priority for me to create more opportunities for the day to continue. I don't have kitchen drafted. So, yeah, I'm nervous about steps. I'm nervous about keys. I would prefer to feel less nervous about those things first, you know? But so if we prioritize trying to help that problem, I think if I get in a position of security, then, you know, yesterday, like recently I've had amazing luck with steps. I've had steps up the freaking wazoo. Okay, security door is good. I also haven't been able to draft a terminal yet, and apart from the other reason I want security, I also want terminal access to change the security. Okay, I already have good redraw capacity for today, and I'm still trying to get armory and to get an armory that has the axe in it. I now have a lot of money, so armory, mantle of the night it is, thank you. I really want to remove some more gem costs. Alright. Okay. Alright, so down here I think makes the most sense. Let's see what we can make of things. Of course it is locked. I must use a key. Foyer, eh? I've just been able to make foyer more common. I think in the last episode I made it commonplace. So I'm feeling good that I can get it again. I'm really, really interested. Now I'm really interested in seeing if I can get close to exhibit from foyer. Maybe. But I really need to create some more exit possibilities for myself. So conference room is great. And again, because it's right next to foundation, it's an amazing place. It's an amazing place for a conference room. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Yes. We have the metal detector, which will also help with keys. All right. Good. So let's try here. Well, okay. Well, garage will help. Garage will help with keys, but it would mean I would miss out on using the car keys specifically to try and get the blue. Memo in garage, and it might just be a really good day to try for that. So I don't really want to go without exits, and I don't want the problem of dark room, and I don't have any way of dispelling this, the cost of dark room. So I might actually just do a gem redraw here and hope for something better. I suppose break room and observatory are both great. Like, they at least get me another exit, even if it doesn't go north. South is still good. I can still access north from beyond foundation. This would be good for keys. This would be good for potentially many things. Including steps, potentially. And definitely, possibly including gems. Could get me Draxus as well, but... Maybe since I said I must prioritize keys, let's do it. Again, I haven't been able to change security settings, to make security doors more common. Cool, okay, so that makes jackhammer a possibility now. Not a possibility, a possibility. Even power hammer and jackhammer are both possibilities for today. That's great. So that could help vastly with both gems and redraw die, which are all redraw possibilities. That's nice. Okay, let's do this and we'll get some kind of key out of it. So we're squaring from thirds. So 10 divided by 3 and then 5 divided by 3. So, and these are both subtractions. So minus 3.3 hang on, 5 divided by 3 is 1.6. Okay. Minus 3.3 minus 1.6 minus 4.9. But I've done that, you know, maybe that's just minus 5. So let's say 25. I'm not sure if I'm right about this. And then minus 25, 5 divided 5, 1. That must be it. No. What? Okay, hang on. What have I done? Oh, I didn't square from this one. So, okay, if we go back to 25 minus 20, right. So it's actually 5 then. Got it. Ooh, all right. That's a... Okay, that's an integer round. So 7 divided by 3. I'm just like, what's going on here? The black is missing. The black is missing here. Is that a mistake? Is that a bug? Is that a little glitch? No, the white is missing. I think that must be a glitch. You know what's weird is that the wood behind there doesn't match the wood underneath the dartboard. the green of the wood doesn't match. Maybe we can imagine it's just underneath the panels. Like the dartboard itself is made of wood and there's panels stuck to the top of it. So this is the wood the wood that the dartboard itself is made of. Let's say that. Okay. All right. 7 divided by 3. 2.3. And then I'm rounding to 2. And squaring to 4. Okay. And then it's 7 divided by 3 again, plus the 4. 6.3, which gets us to 6, and then 6 squared, 36. And then we don't do this. And then this one is multiplied by 0.5, 18. Oh, fabulous. Yay, it's 2 keys. Okay, that's really good. 2 keys. Excellent. Okay, let's go on from here. Let's just see what we can do. Here it is. It's probably so many people have this room in like their first like week or whatever. I can't believe it. I just can't believe I can't believe myself as a human being sometimes. No, look. So it's just sometimes things are missed, mistakes are made, and sometimes puzzles elude you, and sometimes all 3 of those things just happen at once for whatever reason. The passage of time, plus the passage of time, you have a cocktail that has resulted. All right, has resulted though in a very exciting moment for me. A very exciting moment. So this is interesting because this is not a security door that I'm going into. So there goes my theory that this needs to be drafted from a security door. I just can go straight in. It's not a security door at all. Wow. Hello? How interesting. So that's got to be, it's just a fake red crown. It's the crown from the title screen. That's the crown from the title screen. Hey, this must be my trophy for the full... yes, it's my Explorer's Trophy, finally, for completing the Mount Holly Directory. The Explorer's Trophy in recognition of traversing every corner of the house. Oh my god. That's so interesting. It's the globe with little binoculars, which we don't have in this game as far as I know, and a little, I don't know what you call those hats, but those little explorer hats. Wow, okay. Dang, that's like... That's almost all of the trophies that I think I could be expected to have in the first playthrough of the game. Except for I think the dead end contest trophy. Pharaoh, I only just sort of learned about you. Dearest children, the pieces are in place and all rigid cogs have been greased. However, if our ambitious plans are to succeed, we must strike this Tuesday. The routine changing of guard personnel on the first of each month means the opportunity we have created for ourselves will likely never be so opportune. If we wait even one additional week, the window will be closed. On Tuesday, there will be 3 royal guards stationed at Learson Hall, 2 of which will be wearing black gloves in lieu of the traditional white. We would be wise to sacrifice almost everything to avoid the white-gloved guard, striking only when he takes a recess. The 2 black-gloved guards have been instructed to bind, blind, and gag themselves to spare us the precious extra minutes it would take your group to execute that task on their behalf. How would they do that? How would they do that to themselves? Completely. You know, like one could help... Well, I guess it would be just very awkward and weird. Okay. And hard to do under pressure, under time pressure, right? Because they have to do this probably within minutes as well. To spare us the extra minutes, it would take your group to execute that task on their behalf. However, that also means that once we reach the exhibit, we will truly be on our own. May the black shores guide us. May the black skies shield us. May our fathers be proud of us. In arms, your faithful soldier, Pharaoh. Interesting. And this is all typed, so I cannot do any handwriting analysis on Pharaoh. I mean, as far as we know, this was as successful as we could hope for it to be. The actual heist, because we've seen the newspaper clipping, and if that's accurate, if that's not hiding any information, everybody made it out alive and the crown was stolen successfully, etc. All of that seems to have worked well. Hello, sir or ma'am. Interesting. Huh. Well, this could still be a good candidate for FOIA, if that means anything. So it's on the list now. I wonder if there's a way to get to this. Like, I don't... a little coin. My own little heist. My own little heist in the closed exhibit. Okay, just want to make sure I'm looking carefully. And don't worry, I totally have noticed this. I'm just looking around first before I deal with this. Because you know me, I will get distracted. I will get distracted and forget that I haven't looked around properly. Cool. So cool. Amazing. What an interesting room. The red crown from the title screen, finally. Probably a lot of people see you really, I just can't get over it. I imagine that this is an early room for a lot of people. This is my final room. This is my final room. And it's so out of place, don't you think? Like, I could imagine if this is a part of your if this is a part of your Blueprints playthrough from, you know, fairly early on in the playthrough, this would just be like, yeah, whatever. But if you've had that experience, let me invite you to try and understand it from my experience here. And maybe watching the playthrough itself is enough to do that. But like, this feels like such an out of place room in the mansion, you know, like, I'm trying to think, almost everything else, it sort of has this reason to sort of be here in the mansion in an everyday kind of way, as much as I might be forgetting some things. Obviously there's a lot of bizarre rooms, but you can sort of imagine them here. Even the schools, there's a story behind why they're here, etc. Now obviously there is here as well, but it's because this one is associated with a very, very high profile crime. So having this, you know, and Caleb said this, you know, himself, having this in itself is extremely incriminating. And look, it was locked up in a safe, and it was locked up in the safe that I had the most trouble getting to, bar whatever the next one is. However, do you know what I mean? Like, it also was a safe that, if you're not me, maybe is easier to solve for other people, most likely. So, yeah, I don't know. It just, for that reason, it feels like, wow, I can't believe I have this, you know? And for me, honestly, it feels amazing for this to be my final room, because it's such, it is such an explicit, it's the most sort of explicit, kind of memento, in a sense, that we've come across to do with this central crime, like this huge crazy high profile political crime, you know, noble as it is, that is at the center of all of the drama, you know, that we've learned about in this game. So for that reason, it feels so good. It feels so right, actually, for me, for this to be the final room. Like, what were my other possibilities, you know, for final room? Let's take a look. You know, obviously throne room would have been an amazing one if that were your final room. I'm really glad I had it, you know, for a while. Obviously, you know, treasure trove, great. Lost and found, very, very cool. But I doubt that would be many people's final room. I don't know, actually. I guess if you just missed finding that hint in the map with the magnifying glass, I can imagine that. No, that's quite imaginable. The mechanarium you get just through kind of playing around with the cogs, and you need to do that to get kind of anywhere. The planetarium, that one took me a long time to find. I'm glad, you know, like, and tunnel took me a long time to find. But again, other people playing around with who are able to, you know, like, find the burning glass contraption much earlier than I do, and then they just try what I tried in that tunnel earlier. Like, this might have been a much earlier plan for a lot of people. For me, I'm extremely pleased. This feels really good for a final floor plan for me. I love it. You know, it just feels right. It feels right. Wow, I'm so glad I was able to get this and drafted. It's got such a cool vibe to it. You know, it does look like, you know, security's been tripped, and the coloring of it. I just realized that because this is, you know, like, my brain just kind of looks out for these things. It doesn't look out for next page in all circumstance, apparently. But I just noticed that Fenairies Royal Museum, you know, the acronym is FARM. Anyway, So there's that. Okay, so now we've got a Morajai box here to deal with. Ooh. So the yellow of Arch Aries, the red of Fen. And that's interesting. So I wonder if this is talking about the fact that 2 of the guards have defected to Arindia Aries, ally ship, and one of them remains a white-gloved Fen Aries guard. That's probably what it is. That's pretty cool. But we're going to need the red here. So I need to remember, how do I turn things red? Is that through yellow? No, doing this with black does it, right? Yeah. However, I'm probably going to need the black to move things. So that's going to have to be something I think I do at the end. I am going to need to create at least one more black. I do seem to remember that the way yellow works. Yeah, so we know we can move with the black. That's the only thing I know we can use to move. How am I going to create another black? If the yellow is surrounded by another color. There we go. There we go. So now these can all be red, I think, with just a button press. However, I need to get these things on the corners. So that at least gets that out of the center. I also don't know if this only works with things that are next to it. Okay, no, it doesn't. So that's really good, because otherwise I wouldn't have known how to do it. Right, brilliant. Brilliant. We're out of the center. We just... How can I... Maybe I just create more black, actually. Because I don't know how I can move these. So maybe if I just do that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And same here. Again. And then we move. Brilliant. And then we, yeah. Cool. I've created what I what I don't want, like more power for the red forces, but nice. Even more allowance to add to my expanding riches. Cool. Okay, God, what else will today hold for me? Amazing. Let me check this spot for parlor. This could be a spot I haven't had parlor on yet. This might be perfect. Yeah, because we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rank 5. Yep, I have not tried parlor here. I expect that there will, just from the existing patterns, I expect that there will not be anything. Let's do it. I expect that there won't be the symbol in the fireplace, but it is on the edge. There is not. Okay, as expected. Because it's the same on the other side. Rank 5 on the east wing is the same as this. Cool. It's going well today. It's going well today. The blue box is empty if it is false. Wow, that's an interesting one. Okay, the blue box is empty if it is false. Let's consider it true for now. The black box is true, and it contains the gems. Okay. The black box is false. The above statement is false. Okay, so what that tells us about this one, at least, is it cannot be true. That is impossible. The black box is false. Can it be false? It can't be false because falsifying the bottom statement makes the above statement true. So it actually has to be Cool. It has to be a mix of true and false, which means this is either true or false, and this is either true. Well, I mean, we knew that anyway because they're single statements, but one has to be true and one has to be false, basically. That's what we've learned. Cool. All right, so if this one is true, then this one is false. Let's see if this can work out. So let's imagine this one is true. The blue box is empty if it is false. Well, we are imagining that it is false, so we're imagining that it's empty. And if this is false, the black box is true and it contains the gems. Well, the black box is true in this scenario, but this has to be false. So let's imagine it doesn't contain the gems, which means the gems are in the white box in this scenario. But there has to be a true-false combo here. The black box is false. Let's imagine, well, that would be false correctly. The above statement is false. True works out. So it does work out that this is true, this is false true, and this is false, and the gems are in here. Okay, let's just consider the only other possibility, which is this is false and this is true. If this is true, it doesn't work out because it's saying the black box is true. So, okay, so I think the only thing that works is if the gems are in here. Nice. Great, great, great. Good, good. Yes, gems. Gems are redraws today. Gems are pretty much only redraws today because nothing has a gem cost. This is really good. This is really good. I'd actually really prefer something here that went up or down. And yeah, all of these rooms go up, which is where conference room brings me anyway. So I think I'm going to choose a redraw here. And drawing room is exactly what I would like. I would love to get attic though, but drawing room. Cool. Because I need to be able to make it a bit more easier to access these spaces because I can't do anything from down here. I suppose that we might as well draft north of here. Thank you for the gem. Oh, I was just trying to click on the telephone, which I've done a billion times before. So why am I doing it? I'm just doing it because I was revisiting that note. I was revisiting that note that's in that we found in the Lost and Found that says investor needed, and it just looks like a phone. It does and it doesn't. All right, it's better to do this from here because we get the natural redraw ability from the room. It does require a key, which I don't love. Maybe I should try down here first, just in case. 4 keys is all locked. Okay, well, we might as well just go back to the original plan then. What a weird, what a weird selection for this spot. This is, passageway is the only one that is useful to me, and I don't want to use passageway in that way. So we'll redraw. Oh, okay. I don't want either of these here. So maybe just chapel is fine. Maybe just chapel is fine. I don't know. Or one more redraw. How's this spot for parlor? 5, 6. Well, it would get me more It would give me more information from my parlor map and I'd get more redraws from it. So, okay. Yeah. Obviously trophy room would be great, but yeah, this sort of does two things at once. Yes, as expected. Nothing here. Cool. I'm like, honestly, my parlor map is getting much closer to being fully filled out, which, you know, and then I don't need to worry about it. This statement is as true as the white box's statement. Okay. Let's imagine that you are, well, let's imagine that you're true. And so in this scenario, the white box is also true, which means this blue box is false. So let's see how this works out. If this is true, the blue box contains the gems if its statement is false. In this scenario, it is. So the gems are in here in this scenario. This box's statement is both true and false. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna, damn it. I actually wanted to look at the clock. Oh, I can see it from here anyway. Okay. I actually wanted to know, I wanted to see if the music, like what times the music is going quiet. It's probably it's just the music running out, I think. That's it. This box's statement is both true and false. I mean, that just can't be true. It just can't be true, which makes it false. And so, oh, I thought I heard it. I thought I heard a cat outside. No, it's just a kid. Okay. My mind is, you know, if you have a cat, I'm sure that you have the same thing. Like my mind is totally, like 90% of my mind is dedicated to hearing if a cat is meowing. Yeah, so this works out. This could be true, and false, and then the gems are in here. Oh, hey, Pixie. Maybe Pixel just woke up from a nap he was having on the couch. Maybe he also thought he heard a cat outside. So let's just see if this works out if it's false. This statement is as true as the white box's statement. So false, false. We're basically just doing the opposite. False, false, true. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out because it's impossible for this to be true. So the gems are in here. The gems are freaking in here. I don't even know why yeah, they are. There we are. I started clicking on them before I even saw them. I was like, Rebecca, you know this. Gems are in there. It's plain as day. Damn. Oh, man, we're having another one of those. Okay. All right, if I'm having another one of these days, then I really need to get quite serious about trying to solve this key problem because it's going to keep coming up, which means getting cloakroom, getting, oh, sorry, not cloakroom because I don't have master key, getting showroom. Yeah. Yep. It's one of them days. Maybe let's use a key here and let's see if we can get showroom. And that's even just hoping that showroom, you know, has the master key in it. Otherwise I could go for rooms that might give me trunks, you know, or go for another break room, that sort of thing. So, but I think it's worth trying to nip this in. I could, you know, put something else here to get further, but I'm just going to continue to have the locked door problem because there just seems to be days where you're just cursed with tons of locked doors. Okay. Break room. So this could have keys in it, obviously, or a lockpick kit, something like that. Break room will have some kind of key in it, so that's decent. Secret passage might get me showroom. So I'm actually going to try for this. If it doesn't, hopefully it'll still be, you know, a good something useful. Ah, well, Oh, laundry room is also good, but like, what a terrible spot for a dead end. It just creates a massive corridor. And even with my redraw capability, like, even with my redraw capability, like, you know, I could easily run out of gems just trying to get around some of these areas. The other thing is, all right, I have tons of money. I can easily convert money into gems or keys, but it will do that for everything. And I don't want to be without gems just to have keys. And I don't want to be, like, I could have, like, what, 240, 3 keys and 2 coins. Would that be fine? I'm asking myself. To have nearly 250 keys but not have money. What would I be missing out on by not having money? The problem is my steps are really poor as well. My steps are really poor. Armory is really good for trying to get the axe to remove gem cost. That helps me in the future. It does not help me today. It does not help me today. Gift shop at least gives me a couple more doors that are actually in really useful positions. But if I do this, am I wasting exactly what I drafted Secret Passage for? Maybe. I really... Yeah, man, laundry is just not... Look, I can redraw, so let's just redraw. And I can still keep trying to get armory with my other redraws. Kitchen is nice. Like, I definitely need kitchen. In fact, I definitely need kitchen. I don't even know what's a bigger issue, keys or steps for me right now. Like, they're both pretty bad. Locksmith is the other potential. Again, it's not as good as Showroom because it doesn't have an exit. Maybe let's just redraw again and see. Same? You're giving me same? Oh man, why? Why are you not giving me other room choices? I'm going to try one more time, but other than that, I don't... Oh, okay. Now, the problem is I don't know if Showroom is going to have Master Key. But, like the most definite one to solve my key problems would be Locksmith. But I have asked for Showroom. Let's hope. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank you, Showroom. Let's buy it all. Let's buy it all. I mean, why not? Why not? And Silver Spoon will help. Okay. All right. Great. Once again, using Showroom, having so much money that I'm able to use Showroom as a new commissary. It's just a luxury commissary. Okay. Now, I have one exit here into this space. I can't know for sure if I'm going to get, if I'm going to be able to get, the antechamber levers open, so I might not have access through here. And then I have one exit down here. It's all very precarious. So what I really need here is a north and a south option. I really, really do. To just make things a bit more certain. 11 gems is not enough to feel I'm in a really good place exit-wise. If it goes too far though, yeah, why? If it goes too far though, I'll just take an exit. I'll take a corner room. Maybe I'll try one more. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Well, I don't need to worry about keys anymore. So maybe doing another parlor. And what rank are we on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it would be a third parlor experiment that I need to fill out my map. And we'll get some of the gems I've used just trying to draft this. So that could be it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, good. An apple. Something. Nothing, as expected. Nothing on the east wing on rank 6. Of course, it's not confirmed because I've already come across an instance where one room sometimes doesn't have that symbol and sometimes does. It could be the case with these as well. Anyway, I'm not thinking about it right now. There are words on the box with the gems. This box does not contain the gems. So is there a box that doesn't have a statement? Okay, so there are words on the box with the gems is true. Is true. This box does not contain the gems. Let's imagine that this is true. The gems are in a box with the shortest word. A is the shortest word on a box. Well, it must be. So I guess let's imagine, yeah, like that again, that bottom one just simply must be true. The gems are in a box with the shortest word. We don't know if that's true or not, but let's imagine it's true, just for fun. The gems are in a box with the shortest word. There are words on the box with the gems. This box does not, so it's not on that. The gems are in a box, okay, with the longest word. Longest is the longest word on a box. Okay, so these two both contain A. So I think that the gems are in a box with the shortest word. It could still be technically true, right? Like, it's just telling us the gems are either in here or in here. Okay, so what do you have to say? If this is true, and if this is true, this would have to be false. Does that work? The gems are in a box with the longest word. That would work as false if this top one here is true. Well, actually, I mean, the shortest and the longest word could be in the same statement, especially on the same box. Longest is the longest word on a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, shortest is longer. So that bottom one is definitely false. Okay, this is kind of cool because it means I definitely know one of the statements, the validity of one of the statements on each box. It's just figuring out the situation of the other one. But it does work that this one is true. There are words on the box with the gems. Cool. The box does not contain the gems. A is the shortest word on a box. True. The gems are in a box with the shortest word, which is this or this, and they're not in here. The gems, and then if this one by default is false, longest is the longest word on a box, which is definitely false. The gems are in a box with the longest word is false, and the longest word is shortest. It is shortest, meaning the gems are in here. I just think that works. However, let me consider one more possibility, which is that this first one is true. If it's true, then this is a true-false box. The gems are in the box with the longest word, and the gems are in the white box. it means that this first statement is false. That doesn't work already, because already that means that we have a true false and a false true box. So no, that doesn't work. So I think that the gems are in here. I could have investigated a bit more. I took a little bit of a punt on that, but that seemed right. Okay. All right, so I don't know. I'm really hoping this isn't... No, locked is fine now. We have the master key. Locked is fine. I don't need to be sad about locked anymore. Oh, okay, hang on. These are 2 rooms I really, really want. Dang, I really want security. Crap. I really want security, but I'm going to be really screwed if I don't get kitchen or dining room soon. So, as much as it sucks, I'm going to do kitchen because I have a step problem. And my day could end if I don't fix it. I need to fix this. Great. And look at that. Like, even just a little bit is huge. How many reds do I have today? Oh, only the 1. Okay. So we'll have the club sandwich. We'll have the bananas. Great, great. Look at that. So many steps from bananas. I like to see it. I hope you love to see it as well. Trophy room is what works with the dining room today, and that works with me because I would love to get the trophy room. Here, if security wants to show up again, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see security. I don't need a straightforward room. I would like one. It would be nice. So I'll do a little bit of redrawing here to see what I can get. Okay, turns out trophy room is too good to pass up here. So I'll try and access the space beyond this from the drawing room exit then. Trophy room just affords me too many, redraws. That's excellent today. And look, does my trophy come here already, even though it was in the other room? There it is. So is it not? Yeah, it's disappeared from the other room, hasn't it? Check out my trophies. Looks pretty good. I'm going to take a photo because this might be about as many as I get in this first playthrough. This could be... Yes. Oh my God, feels so good. I'm so happy. I like it when some of them have a little bit of color on them. It's just interesting. This one, most of them have a little bit of color in some way. This was my first one. I got this in the toilet. I got this one in the lavatory. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Trophy of drafting. That's gonna be hard, but you know, I do feel I have more and more skills. I got more and more architect skills in this game, and I've got more and more resources. So that's my coffee cup. Yeah, whereas the rest, I think, although I'm not sure about Trophy of Speed, the rest I think I probably... You know what? If Trophy of Speed needs to be done in a fresh playthrough, that seems so hard. One day seems really hard because of the limitations you have at the beginning of a playthrough, right? There's so many rooms you don't have. You're not starting the day with any allowance or gems or anything like that. So that seems, if they mean reach, it's called the day 1 trophy. It doesn't make, of course, in one day, every time you reach room 46, you're doing it within one day. So they mean day 1. Reach room 46 on day 1 of a playthrough. That's already hard enough. Doing it in under an hour seems straight up it just seems kind of impossible to me. I don't doubt that it could be, if they're expecting that on day one of a playthrough within an hour, and then I don't know if they mean my hour or if they mean within a game hour. Within a game hour? Get out of here. No, surely no. Impossible. Impossible. I say impossible, however, I have thought of a way it could be done. If you are able to make sure that you are starting your day with the key card, and this is in my construction, right? I am very lucky to have the foundation here. If I could start my day, I can picture this. If I can start my day with key card, which I can do just by calling it a day the previous day in the break room. But if I'm also able to use the moon pendant to hold on to the secret garden key, which is a bit of a, I would have to do that very purposefully. I think I could do it. If I could start the day with key card and secret garden key, I think that I could just come in, draft my way to getting the secret garden really quickly, opening up, both sides of the antechamber, running down, opening up the north lever, running up the foundation elevator, and just getting myself in here. I actually think that's quite possible for me. I think if your foundation isn't here, it's harder. The question is, how would I get the secret garden key for myself? Through moon pendant, and which also means not using the secret garden key in the day prior, and perhaps through having trading post so that I can try to minimize other items. And then just luck, I guess. Otherwise, in other ways, it could be lucky that you just end up with secret garden key. That feels like the way for me to do it. Cool. All right, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it because I think they probably mean I can do this whenever. They probably don't mean in the first hour of a fresh playthrough. I don't know. And even then, I don't know if they mean in a game hour or in my hour. Either way. All right, I'm back to 100 steps. I'm very, very happy about that. I like that. That's good. I've bought everything that's useful to me right now. There is some red soup if that becomes more useful and if I need it, but cool. So let's do a little bit of drafting down here. Let's see what we can make from drawing room. This worked out. I'm really pleased that this strategy actually, there were a lot of ways it could have gone wrong. It's actually worked out really well. Now, oh man, I love keys not being an issue. Great Hall. Great Hall is actually perfect here, right? I have master key. Yes. Yes, it is. That was me just double checking. Beautiful. And I get a little extra key. Excellent. There's our door. This will be the little fake room, I guess. Yeah. There's our lever. So there's some access to antechamber. Gem, more gems, please. More gems, please. God, Master Key is so good. Master Key is so good. I wonder what else it can open up on the estate, and maybe it's the real treasure of the treasure trove. The thing is, I'm kind of thinking probably not for, a couple of, key. Thank you, Great Hall. I'm kind of thinking probably not for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is that when you look at that treasure chest closely, even the keyhole on that real treasure trove treasure chest, it looks like it's kind of Arindian core shaped. So it does make me think like there's probably a special key for it. You know, and I'm hoping I'm going to find out about it through all of these memos in the treasure trove itself. But I would still love to give Master Key a try just in case. Yeah, it's a freaking everything is locked day. It really is. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, this is another spot where I would really prefer... to have a more, you know, to have more exits. But maybe I can make this work. An observatory could work in my favor. It could, if it's a gemmy sort of observatory and not a Draxus-y kind of observatory. Cool. Let's do it. Oh, and we've got telescope too. So if I get Draxus, I'm going to get double Draxus. No, okay, great. Great. Oh, I've already bought everything. Okay. And a key that I don't need, most likely. But thank you. So then if I telescope, I get double Florealis. Does that make them more likely? Does that make more gems appear in green rooms? Probably not. This could definitely be a dead end if that's what it's to be. I mean, it's been a really long time since I've drafted Planetarium, and maybe Planetarium from Observatory maybe something, so I'm going to give it a go, actually. Why didn't I ever think about this? Why didn't I ever consider the telescope? I just don't consider telescope very often. I mean, it's a planetarium. A telescope, it's a planetarium. Wow. Crazy. Hang on, is that Vea? Is Vea... I mean, I can check this in the observatory. Which one is red? I don't have their colors written down. It might, no, it'd be Fenmora, of course, because it's red. Huh. So, wow, I didn't realize that. So through having telescope, you can actually get observatory-like extra powers from Planetarium. Planetarium has absolutely increased in interest for me right now. Wow. Wow. Okay. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain 1 apple. So do you mean forever? It just says starting tomorrow. It's not as if this is a tomorrow room. This is a permanent change. That is a permanent change. I wonder what determines which one of these you get. Oh my god. So I have to come in here many times now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I've got to get at least 4 more. So Planetarium, presumably, through whatever these other ones get you, becomes an increasingly useful room, because you'll then have apples and God knows what else in it. So we're already back at 43. We're only one, like, you know, we're in the second last tier already as far as our star schedule. That is so cool. That is so cool. That's gonna, like, it's gonna be amazing just to have over 50 again, to know that I can use them if I want to do like a really ambitious drafting day for whatever reason. Man, that was a good choice. That was a good choice. Yeah, Fenmora, which is obviously red, and I'm actually going to write that in my notes I have on the planet now. Vea So Vaya is actually sort of like purple. I don't know if that's meant to be, like, purple is sometimes used to sort of look, how can I say, black. But, you know, in this game, purple, and, you know, violet and purple and black all have an important role to play. So, okay, Doja is sort of blue, just like satin. And Marmora, small Mora, is sort of, I don't know, pink? Or a light red? Wow. Wow. That was such a cool effect too. Ah, planetarium, I'm so sorry. To be honest, I don't have telescope very often. I didn't know its power. I don't get it very much. And that's pretty... It didn't occur to me. It just didn't occur to me. Gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Yeah. And the planetarium description, a circular theatre featuring a dome-shaped projection screen upon which scenes of the stars and galaxies allow viewers to experience the splendour of the heavens. I now understand how I experienced the splendour of the heavens. Fantastic. 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 I shouldn't really be saying that out loud in this mansion, but I did say it. So, hello everybody, this is Rebecca from the future coming in to close out this particular episode, but as is tradition, it is not the end of this day. There is more to this day, but I needed to split this day up in this particular way, and I hope it has been a very, very satisfying one for many of you for many different reasons. I'm so sure that it was. But while I'm here, before I completely close this episode, I just wanted to, because this is future Rebecca, right? Like, a lot of the time you're hearing Rebecca at the time of recording the episode, but there's a distance between that Rebecca and me right now, who is kind of, you know, watching these episodes get released and, you know, like reading your comments and responding to your comments, because at this stage I'm still kind of recorded reasonably, you know, far ahead. So what I wanted to do, because this is something that I've really neglected through most of these episodes, because I'm so focused on just like the fun of playing this game, of playing Blueprints, I just wanted to actually give an in-video reminder that, you know, this remains very, very important to me, and I think to the vast majority of people who are playing, that this remains a totally blind playthrough. Now, that's one of the advantages of having played ahead a certain amount of way, but just as a reminder, I'm definitely not, as I sit here right now speaking to you, I am definitely not finished playing this game, not at all. So it's still really important to me, you know, just to remind everybody you guys have been absolutely incredibly amazing with this, and I am so grateful. I'm really so grateful that you guys have shown such incredible discipline in making sure not to spoil things. But I know that, you know, like, obviously, like, new people come to this playthrough and, you know, like, things get exciting, etc. So I just want to give like a kind of a periodic reminder, you know, please don't tell me anything I don't know already in the comments, because that is kind of the foundation that makes this playthrough what it is, that makes this the truly blind, authentic experience that I really want to be able to deliver to you guys. So, you know, please don't sort of, you know, unless I've actually kind of really figured it out for myself, I'd prefer, like, you know, even like explaining how mechanics work in the back end of the game, that sort of stuff. Like, I want to keep wondering about things, you know, I want to really only have what the game gives me. So I want to keep sort of theorizing about that sort of stuff. Yeah, but if you want to include that information, what you can do is just put it in the comment, you know, like kind of label it as a spoiler or something like that, and just put it under the cut of a comment. So, you know, just put, like, you know, a number of lines, a number of sort of dots between, you know, the top of the comment and the end of the comment, because that means I have to actually click read more to see whatever that spoiler is, no matter how minor. Like, I really appreciate everyone has already been really good about doing that in general, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. But other than that, again, just dropping in, just future Rebecca dropping in to say thank you so much for being such an incredible Blueprints community. You guys make it a joy to put out each episode. And I'm so interested in what your reactions have been, and I'm sure, just to give you one last thing before I leave here, I'm sure that you can understand that the last several episodes I have been really waiting to see what your reactions would be, you know, like with a little sweat drop, you know, on my forehead, but nevertheless, like really enthusiastically waiting to see what your reactions would be. And trust me, I am similarly, but in many different respects, continuing to wait to see what you think of future episodes as well. And what's happening, just to kind of catch you up as well, is I've had a long while where I've kind of been playing more slowly or having big breaks. So what's happening is that as each episode gets released currently, you and I, future Rebecca, and you watching these episodes now, we are getting closer and closer together in time. So I'm kind of like letting the catch up occur. So again, you know, that's again to underline how important it is to just like not like, don't, you know, like, please don't give me any game information or confirmation, or even confirmation that something isn't the case, etc., unless it's related to glitches or something I definitely already know. Yeah, let's just keep it that way so that we can keep this, you know, the fully blind experience that it is, and that miraculously it has managed to remain up until now. So thank you so much, everybody. And yeah, we're going to continue this day in the next one. Bye-bye.